Back in it.
Hello.
What's going on? This is the UNFAMOUS Podcast. It's your boy, Sean, Mr. NJ Brick City.
Motherfucking John from up in the sky.
Just Kia.
First 48.
Let's go.
Wait, what?
Hen Griffey Jr.
Yo.
I thought you were supposed to be Hen Hard always.
Nah.
That's my porno name.
That's UNFAMOUS Podcast.
Who the fuck is
Hen Hard always.
Son, when did that happen?
While you was gone.
That's our after 1 o'clock show.
A giant, was it coming from up in the sky?
I guess I'll be Sean before dawn.
We got first 69 over here.
So what would you be?
Just Kia. I'm directing.
Just Kia.
I'm
Just
directing. I'm directing.
So, normally we start this off with how's everybody's week going. We know how's your day going, Kia?
My day is going awesome, guys. It's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
It is. I'm 27 years old.
20.
Proud,
Still young and
happy.
tender.
Yes.
Wow, that sounded
Melanin popping.
so
Like
creepy.
a morsel. Still a morsel.
My day went very well. I got up. I did little to no work. Don't tell my boss.
I'm telling.
Then
You're watching the show right now. You're like, what the fuck?
I had a wonderful massage from Massage Envy. It was like super dope. And then
They
I went
didn't-
to.
Oh,
They massages you.
No, they
So they
didn't
got
fill
the
me up.
wild,
They didn't
like-
fill me up.
yeah,
No,
they got
it's
like
a
the-
legitimate.
Wait a second. Wait.
It's legitimate.
Massage Envy has like
Wait.
several sexual
I know, but
arousals. Yes.
Oh, I didn't have any issues. Let me put that out
You
there.
said they didn't feel you
No,
up. That's
I didn't
all.
have any
He's
issues.
trying to rub-
Oh, you meant by touch her.
Yeah. I didn't have any issues
So you didn't get a
whatsoever.
happy ending?
No,
Try
I
to put his
didn't,
schlong
and I
on your
appreciate
shoulder, like,
that.
yeah.
None of that took place. I did
I've
date
seen
a
pornos
massage
and stuff
therapist
like
for a little
this.
bit. He did
You
that.
didn't
But
have a
that's
fire in a
not,
long time?
that's beside the point.
Oh,
Moving forward, it was a really great day. I went to kickboxing, and then I went and had some drinks.
With us.
Yes,
karaoke.
podcast. Yes,
You know what? Because she said she wanted us to do karaoke.
I do want to do karaoke.
You got to give us a
I
song.
want to be
sing.
serenaded.
We gotta go to like.
No, she wants to do it right
karaoke
now.
spot.
Like right now.
I'm not
On a
singing right
podcast.
now.
Why?
I mean, we can give it. It don't have
I
to
want
be good.
something.
Hey.
Come on, man.
You ain't telling what you want.
Oh, all right. Let me hear.
Hey.
Which y'all want, Drew Hill or Boys the Men? Which one y'all choose?
And we doing
Or y'all could choose Jagged Edge.
Jagged Edge.
One
I
of
don't know
those
none of
three.
these songs.
Okay, so Drew
all
Hill or
these
Boys the
songs.
Men?
You
I
singing
know.
behind groups?
What about next?
No.
I'm
Jodeci?
getting boners.
What you know from Jodeci? Y'all gonna do Jodeci?
Forever, my lady.
Hey.
It's like a dream.
What you doing?
I'm holding your coat, making your toast. You can eat some green beans.
Forever, my lady.
I'm from the 90s.
Why gotta be you, bro?
I was like the wild version when that came out, yo. And then when I had sex, I was like, oh, I understand these songs now. Okay, let's go.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Like 16 or 17.
Oh, okay.
So I'm making.
I thought all my friends were already having sex, or they were telling me that. And I was like, yeah.
her in her cheese.
And I was fucking lying.
In
Like,
her
yeah, son, I'm having sex with mad
Damn.
bitches.
I gotta find words that rhyme.
And then when I finally had sex, I told my friend, like, son, I finally had sex. I thought you were fucking. Like, nah, nigga, I was lying. Like, nigga,
How long did you last?
I was pretty good because I watched porn and jerked off a lot, so that fucking helped me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I want to high five you or not, but
Nigga, that was like fucking 20-something years ago. So
I mean, you got 20-some years of experience.
Of
That
course.
means-
That's
Yes.
true. He does.
Yeah.
So
oh
I
shit,
did-
is
I
that
think
Rihanna
it might be-
Parker?
Hold on,
Oh, my
my math
goodness.
was so wrong. It might have been.
What's
30.
up, Bree?
I want to hit 40, nigga. Yeah, like fucking
But-
24
I
years
got
of
a
fucking.
sour and some wine,
You watching
girl.
Barney and Real Sex on HBO.
Oh, yeah. That's when you had to scramble. And
Yeah,
you had to,
exactly.
you had to, that 5 seconds. Like, oh shit, that's a titty.
Exactly.
You had to try to get it off in
I
that
ain't
5
gonna lie,
seconds.
yo. Finding porn back in the day was a fucking adventure.
Nigga,
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
we
didn't
had
have.
to spec the
Wait, wait, wait.
magazines.
We didn't have internet.
If you ain't never spec the magazines,
that's
don't even
true.
talk to me, yo. Because you're not
Yeah,
even
them
professional out here.
You see one picture. You see one picture.
Victoria's
you
Secret.
know,
Yeah.
Secrets and all that shit.
I'm like, I think I see pussy
JC
lips.
Penney shit
Y'all
when
be
they
like,
had
y'all
the chicks in
seen
their
Page
underwear.
76?
Get out of here.
Nah, real talk. We were like, yo, I thought I saw some pussy lips, yo. That shit was hanging out. They were like, no, it wasn't. Like, in my mind, it was.
Like, nigga,
Fuck it. I jerked off the tire brakes so many times, son.
Listen.
Yes.
fully clothed. She have a turtleneck and a hoodie on.
I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, yo,
You gotta use your imagination back in those days.
You gotta strip your imagination.
That's why I don't respect these little niggas. So y'all don't even gotta use no imagination.
Exactly.
Damn dog.
You got chicks sending you pictures of their titties to your phone. Like, nigga, you know what I had to do to see titties?
Son, look. This is before
you saw one titty you was having.
This is before phones really even had cameras. I had a chick take a picture on a regular camera, upload it to a fucking laptop, and then send it to me through
That's
email.
a lot. I'll be told her you loved her. That's a lot.
If I can find
you gotta hear all that shit for your titty.
Get that AOL like running man.
Shit, the titty coming. That's one titty, bitch?
Yo,
And then the shit, the screen will load at the top, and that shit is slowly coming down.
Your mama coming in, you gotta unplug the fucking whole computer. Like, unplug the whole computer. Child, what you doing? Mom, I ain't doing nothing.
Nah, you'll be fucked up when the titty be downloaded, somebody call and fuck that shit up. You like, God damn it, motherfucker. Mom, I told you don't tell nobody call in 10 minutes.
Auntie, call back, bitch. Shut up.
You know what? That's actually happened to me, so yeah.
God damn it. It was hard. I don't give a fuck what
hard out
nobody said.
here.
It was hard in the 90s trying to see titties.
It's hard for a pal.
No, we weren't even pimps. We was just
I
trying
was
to see
I was
Hard
even
for
like,
her.
Exactly.
and I wasn't even really like I got girls, but I wasn't like I didn't know how to close the deal, so like I didn't know what to do. I'd be like, hey, you want to make love? Like, yeah, make love. But I don't know what to say. Shut up. Let me get like you don't know what to say. Like, should I say sex,
God.
love, fuck?
Let me take a little sidetrack right here. It's funny that we don't even say them words anymore. Like, yeah, I'm out here making love.
But who's out here?
I'm like, yo, on some G, somebody like, yo, you fuck? I'm like, hell yeah, I fucked the shit out of us, man. I ain't making no love.
Sometimes I like to fuck, but sometimes I make love.
But that's the weird part. For us,
I have
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's really the same thing.
No, not for me. I promise you.
No. But I mean, I'm still
I don't
fucking
use
you
that word,
slow and good and passionate. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm still fucking.
Yeah.
Cause I got a homegirl, like, she live in LA, she from LA, born and raised, Compton, all that shit. And she would tell everyone, oh, I love you. I'm like, oh, I don't use that word. Fuck out of here. That's a serious word to me. If I tell you I love you, I love you. If you don't love me back, please let me know so I can just put you in the horror category. Like, yeah, she's back in the horror category.
Yeah, you know,
fuck that. I'm not wasting these feelings.
You can talk to a chick and get her back to the crib, be like, she can and try to spit some game to her, and she be like, no, I don't fuck on the first night. You like, well, do you make love? She be like, yeah, I do.
I've never used that line ever.
That worked?
Gotta use that shit one day.
I mean,
For one thing, I'm gonna tell you here right now.
I think you know, Josh.
Every corny line that you ever heard
I just thought about it.
once.
Oz ain't got no fucking mic.
I don't know how trash the line
Somebody plug in
is.
Oz mic, yo. Get him.
Wait, Oz? You mean me?
Yes.
That one.
His is plugged in.
Oh, I thought you were
I
talking
have a mic.
what?
Yeah. I didn't know.
We're trying to include you into the show.
Oh, you guys actually.
No, we don't. We just trying to include you into
Shut
the
up.
show.
That's what Oz is.
I don't care about y'all.
Put that down. That's what Oz is. It's in the box.
Fuck them.
Oh.
Anyway, how's
Back
everybody's
to
week?
everybody's week, yo. Like, what's been going on, everybody, man?
Oh, well, outside of today, last week, I went to the Vineyards. That was really cool.
The
I
Vineyards?
thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's pronounced vineyards.
I call it Vineyards.
Okay.
And everybody that properly speaks English says vineyards.
Well, considering you're not from England, you probably don't properly speak English either.
Yes, I do, for one thing.
Moving forward.
I'm from Monk's Corner. We speak proper
What that?
English.
You guys don't even speak broken English. You talk proper English.
Okay, now. We're not going to do the Monk's Corner slam.
You brought it up. You did that.
I mean,
My boy ain't about to talk about it like that.
But you
goddamn
did.
it.
But you said it though.
Hey, eat shit.
Eat shit.
Goddamn
You
it.
said eat shit.
Eat shit.
It's eat shit.
Eat shit.
Y'all
Turn them on.
messed up
Turn them
the
on.
over.
So that's like email, but it's eat shit. You can.
Eat shit.
Eat shit.
They're a bunky fat up, boy. Y'all ain't know. I box one of y'all fuckers off, boy. I fucking ain't know, boy.
oh my goodness.
I from the truck, boy. What y'all fucking talking about, boy?
What the Twix was?
What the Twix? Nick, what?
Oh, boy. Y'all ain't know.
No country talk.
Man, this nigga guy got like 8 different accents.
I love it, yo.
Nigga, you like that nigga on split. I don't know what you gonna come
around
here.
talking like this the whole goddamn show, boy.
You should.
I fucking know,
What
boy.
you talking about?
You know what? They ain't even much know.
He ain't even for no.
I like crunchy munch too.
Shit.
This nigga, shut up. Damn it, Josh.
You supposed to call me Tim.
Exactly, because you always say some stupid shit.
I mean, we ain't seen a giant coon day. What been for good with you?
I ain't know.
Yo, what?
Grit, boy. I've been up the road.
Hey, hold up, man. We need subtitles.
Is that about it?
I'm not watching the Kung Fu
No,
movie.
shut
Boy,
up.
I got that.
I know the enough to know what they saying, yo.
Girl, chilling, but I ain't never
So like I went watching the mystery of chess boxing.
I just know that they say dog a lot down there too.
The fish sandwich, boy, that's fucking good.
Fish sandwich?
A fucking fish sandwich.
I
fucking be good, boy. I fucking even know, boy.
I can't.
That funky boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
shit
boy.
be fat up, boy.
Shit made me nanny up, boy.
Not nanny up.
Oh my god.
I ain't heard that.
Annie up, Annie up.
No,
That
nanny
shit
up.
nanny up.
So, topics of the day.
Wait, Josh, how was your week?
Nobody cares about this week.
Man, fuck you, cool. Nah,
How was your week, Josh?
my week was. I can't remember. Let's go around.
Exactly.
I had to think about it.
Okay.
Well, Kia's week's already been dope. She went to a vineyard, had some good wine. That's dope. Terrell, what about yours?
My week's been great, you know.
You want to elaborate?
Huh?
You want to elaborate?
Spending a week with Tabs, playing Uno.
Hey.
What up, Tabs?
How you doing?
Fabulous.
Just been working, trying to make some music.
You said playing
crack
Uno?
some
Was it
meats.
strip Uno? Or just
Oh my god.
Naked twist.
What
Was
that
it strip Uno?
You
Or
like
just
draw
regular
four.
Uno? Damn dog.
Draw 4 more of these inches.
How was your week? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
How was your week?
That was
I was building computers.
Ooh,
I
fun.
mean, I got a Surface for the podcast now.
Good job. How's that working so far?
Shit, no lag, nothing.
My nigga.
Awesome sauce.
Shit's
My
good,
dogs.
but, you know, just working on my computer, working on my card, and all the regular
That's
stuff.
what's up. Again, with me and my shit, I don't have nothing really going on. Work, get my car fixed, all the other good shit. It's
And
whatever.
being honorary on Facebook.
Being ornery on no, I was saying some real shit though when it came to the whole voting thing. That's some real shit.
What did you say? Recap.
Okay, so
Really?
I saw a lot of people, and these were young black people talking about, oh, y'all niggas is slaves going out there voting. Y'all ain't shit.
What?
Y'all know that shit don't count. Da 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 da. So I'm like, okay, if you don't want to vote, that's fine. You don't have to vote. That's fine. That's cool. That's your prerogative. You don't have to. But what you're not gonna do is try to shame everybody else who wants to. I'm like, yo, y'all the same motherfuckers who are going out to go get lottery tickets.
Exactly.
It's the same fucking scenario. You're believing and buying into something that you don't know might happen. That's what voting is. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, but you still want to be a part of it.
But on the same note, I'm not like saying not voting is good or bad, whatever. On the same vote, people that do vote is like, oh, y'all niggas don't vote. Black people die for this right about it, trying to vote shame people that's not voting. So it goes both ways, yo.
It
You know what I'm
does.
saying? Like, you can't just be like, oh, y'all niggas dumb because y'all not voting. Because they're going to say, like, y'all niggas dumb because y'all voting. So, like, it's a two-way street.
It's
Son.
everybody's choice.
I think two things, I guess. One, like it or not, like this is the game that we have to play here in America. And if you want to change the rules, you first got to beat the game and change the rules. And a part of being in that game is voting. The other part is being able to donate to politics or politicians and their campaigns. That's the other part. So you got to play the game. Like, you can choose to sit out, but the bottom line is whoever is in office, whoever makes these laws is going to affect you whether you voted or not. Bottom line, period, point blank. So that's your prerogative, but I don't really see how it benefits you. Also, my second point, specifically citing what's been taking place in Georgia with Brian Kemp and Miss Stacey Abrams. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
If our votes didn't count, they wouldn't still be working so hard to suppress them.
Exactly. And that's what I be trying to tell everybody. Like, some of the people that were saying what they were saying, I'm like, y'all don't know motherfuckers who should be voting. Kids going through whatever y'all going through. Like, this shit is going to affect you. Like, me, I'm single. I ain't got shit going on. Like, a lot of shit don't affect me. So it kind of is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't truly have to.
Yeah, fuck schools. I don't worry about schools. I don't got kids.
Oh, Jesus.
I hope y'all kids is dumb. I don't fucking
I just got a problem with people who. I got
Oh, man.
I don't want to pay taxes. Right?
Yeah, go ahead, Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
I just got a problem with people who say
Kids that have
who have
books.
a problem with people voting
Yeah.
who never voted but then complain about how shit is.
Well, those
That's
are the
it,
motherfuckers
yeah.
who are like fake woke, son.
Yeah, if you got all the complaints in the world and absolutely
That's
no solutions, and I'm usually pretty open-minded, but just shut up. Like,
Yes.
why are you complaining? You have no none
None.
whatsoever. Shut up. And if your solution is go back to Africa, nigga, you ain't never been.
And that's
Couldn't even name
that killed
3
me.
African countries. Bro.
Couldn't do it.
No, it's not.
And they think it's states. I know mad states in Africa like my
Ain't no states, nigga. It's countries.
Stop it.
Africa's
But
a
nah, that's what I'm
continent.
saying. But it's like I feel like people they quick to destroy and don't want to rebuild. Like for you to make something better, you gotta let's knock this building down and make it stronger. Let's get the foundation right. Let's get everything right. But niggas just wanna let's knock this shit down. You gonna build it back? Nah, I just wanna
knock it down.
That's all.
Yeah, I just feel like
If you don't have a solution, shut
the
the fuck
idea
up.
of going, like, I get it. I understand where it comes from. Like, the country Liberia, like, its background after the slaves were emancipated, a boatload of African American slaves were taken back to what is now known as Liberia, and they established that country. So I get it, the idea of going back to Africa. But the truth of the matter is, my ancestors have been here for as long as anybody else's ancestors. So I have every right to this country just as much as anybody else. And I don't think I should have to leave. Like, no. It's mine just as much as yours. And that's just what it is. Period.
Well said.
I agree.
I like that. Ooh, oh my goodness. Now, if we're gonna stay talking about the voting and all that, there was something that you were talking about when it came to the well, okay. First off, I've seen a lot of women getting elected into office.
Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Shout out to them.
Women of
Muslim
color.
women,
Exactly.
Native American, women of color, Massachusetts, Connecticut. Y'all better do it big.
That's dope.
Texas,
Yeah, I
like
think that's
19.
dope. We're being
Shout out.
progressive.
And this is, I really think that this has a lot to do with Trump being elected. Like, the upside to him being elected is it lit a fire under a lot of people. Because I think after we got the quote unquote right to vote and people felt, and we abolished like the Jim Crow laws, our people they just kind of relaxed. You know what I'm saying? After the death of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, like these, and Huey P. Newton, like all of these huge figures in our community, people just kind of took a back seat, not realizing there was still so much work to be done. So I think that Trump getting elected really lit a fire under us, and that's I think the silver lining to him being elected.
Yeah, but I'll say even before Trump, I think Obama's first term was like a starter for black people to get up really and start to vote.
Yeah.
But didn't I say like how many episodes ago that I was like, yo, black women are gonna run this world. It's gonna be their turn. Did I not say that? I said that shit like a few episodes. It wasn't that long ago. I was like, yo, black women, we just gotta back them up.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Then you got like Cardi and fucking Nicki Minaj fucking up for everybody. I just want to be a dick and bring that up. No, but I'm just like, on some real shit, like, I just feel like it's gonna be that time where we're gonna be following black women and they're gonna be leading everything because they're the most educated. It's proven there's more black women in college than anything. It's more black dudes in prison than anything, but they're gonna get us out. They got us, homies.
Shout out to the 19 women that were elected to
definitely.
judicial positions in Harris County.
That is
Texas.
dope.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm moving to Harris County. I'm trying to get one. Y'all ladies holler at me.
The only thing I would say like about black
Judge.
women empowerment in politics is we know we gonna back them now. Are other races or people outside of black people, are they going to be fully
We don't,
supportive?
but that's the thing.
I think so.
They don't have to. Because for one thing, I can't put it without sounding fucked up. It's going to be wild, ignorant, but us as black men, we're running the world, but we don't know it. Everybody copy everything we do.
But I'm strictly
Shit
speaking
ain't
about
cool
political.
until we do it. Like, so once we start backing them and start protecting them how we supposed to be doing, then they good. Like, they can lead, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been leading from the, how can I put it? Black women have been leading from the back for the longest. Now it's time for them to sit in the front and be in the front line. But we as black men, we got to protect them. Because niggas, like, I mean, like, I see it every day, like, people so easy and ready to run up on black women because they know, like, even on some argument shit, there's something crazier than her than they would say to me. Because they know, like, they were like, nah, this black dude might knock me the fuck out. But they know she a wild, but they like, yo, she's still a woman. Like, no, like, you're not going to talk to her crazy. That's why I be liking the videos when be black dudes stand up for black women, or somebody just wilding out on them and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not talking about that though. I'm talking about strictly on the political. Like if a black
we
woman,
still gotta back them. Like we still gotta
but
vote.
Is our vote enough if other races like, nah, I don't want. I'm not ready to see a black woman in power like that.
Well, I feel like the only race that really would feel that way, in my opinion, is the white race.
That's
in my
what I'm
opinion.
saying. Is there vote?
But the truth of the matter is, the people of European descent have always been the minority in America. That has always been the case. They have never been a majority. The quote unquote minorities always outnumber them. So what's important is to get those other voices heard, to make sure that everyone that is a legal citizen in America, their voices are being heard. That's why it was really important on this recent ballot in a lot of different countries, Florida included, they were voting to allow ex-felons to get their right to vote back. That's going to make a huge difference moving forward. So it's just a matter of making sure that, people outside of the white race, for lack of a better term, can voice their opinions.
Like little do you know it, like we're making more changes than we're getting credit for. And like nobody, I don't want them to come and say like, yeah, because of black people, blah blah blah. Like, no, let us make these slight little changes and blah blah blah, and keep influencing, not even just culture, just influencing the world. Like when I see white dudes be like, yeah, dude, that's fat. I'm like, that's black culture, right? Like y'all wasn't saying fat, we was.
I'm mad they still saying fat though.
But they do. They're like, yeah, I got a fat check today. Just, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like we're still influencing the world.
We are.
We just gotta. I don't even think I don't want credit for it. I just want them to still like. Look how many people are doing the fucking Black Boy JB dance.
Oh, what they call it? They actually got a name for it.
The Fortnite dance. Try to call it the Fortnite dance. That dance.
Everybody in the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. And that come from, he's like, what, he's a Grape Street Crip from Memphis or some shit? Yeah. And nobody he's never gonna get credit for it, but he's influencing the world just by that little dance. Little white kids on fucking YouTube and shit doing that dance. Like I'm saying, like we are more influential than we think. Now, if we can just take that and put it into politics and put it into other aspects, then we good. Now, you got like Diddy with Vote or Die.
Well, okay, let's keep it funky though. When it comes to pop culture, there's a lot of young people that jump on the bandwagon with that. When it comes to politics, you still got old white men in there.
Absolutely.
And they're not going to jump on that shit. Now, if we get more younger...
But they're going to die in the next 5 years.
That's a strong possibility.
They're going to die in the next 5 years. Like it's people right now, honest to God, like, and Charlamagne says all the time, like, it's these young kids out here that's not even worried about racism. But we're bringing it up. They're like, oh, that's true? Like, nah, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like we should keep reminding, like, hey, it was racism. But at the same time, don't forget, it was racism. It was
It's important to remember your past so that you don't repeat it, but you don't want to.
It shouldn't be a crutch.
Bring it up so much of the fact. So it shouldn't be a crutch. Exactly. Yeah. So it's a delicate line to walk.
All right, I'll put it like this. Now they want to erase some shit. Put it like this. Back when I was growing up, Bloods and Crips, you had one color on, you kill all the motherfucker. Now you see Bloods making songs with Crips making songs with Bloods, and niggas is hanging out, oh, that's my cousin, he a Blood, I'm a Crip. You didn't see that shit like in the fucking 80s or 90s and shit.
You really
like, if you saw a nigga with some red on and some blue on, nigga, it was violence. But something was gonna happen.
One thing I appreciate, and I saw this after the death of Mike Brown in Ferguson, and after a couple other deaths, you saw a lot of the street gangs uniting, and it was one thing that I really appreciated because I felt like far too long in the Black community we've been divided for so many different reasons, right?
I know what you're saying.
The color of our skin and different street names and colors and all this other shit, but
that happened after Rodney King. They had a truce. The Bloods and Crips had a truce.
I don't think I was allowed.
Yeah, they did. They had that after Rodney King.
Had a truce after Rodney King. Yeah. That's when it really started. It was like, yo, it's kind of us against them because after the world saw the police fuck Black people up, it was like, yo, we was telling y'all that. It was like, I didn't know that. You know, Black people getting fucked up like that by the police. And then it's like after that they had a truce. Then they came up with like kind of like the 10 commandments of gangsters. I don't know what the fuck it was called.
It didn't last that long.
It didn't.
It didn't.
But at the same time, it was like it could happen.
Being in this situation, what I appreciated being in this situation, it made them unite. And I think that was one thing I think that they didn't anticipate. The proverbial.
I just hate that it take negative shit for black people to come together.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't stand that shit.
It's
Like,
really sad.
we got like every time, little Billy got shot by the police. Let's all come together. Like, no, let's come together
Because
So
of
Billy
anything.
don't-
so we can have let's come together and have a book fair.
So
Let's come together and have something positive instead of just like, oh, we all gotta wear T-shirts with Billy face on it.
But I think a part of that means giving the youth and whatever OGs or whatever are involved in this, giving them something more to believe in than just that color, that game. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that for a long time when I would hear that people would quote unquote die for their gang or die for their street, it didn't make sense to me because I'd be like, bruh, you pay rent here. You don't even own this land. What is you fighting for it, right? That's how I looked at it. But recently, what I began to understand was they value this game, this life, this atmosphere more than they value their own life. So what's important is to help them understand that your life is valuable. Like most of the guys that I've met that have been that deep in games, they don't really fear death. They look forward to it because there's nothing in this current life to keep them here for them to value. So if we can get them to understand that there's pride in being who you are and understanding that your life matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'll make a difference.
It's like, if you don't know what you're eating tomorrow, 3 hots in a cot is good. Like,
it's bomb.
Like, I don't know where I'm sleeping tonight, but if I go to jail tonight, I get 3 hot meals, somewhere to sleep. I get to fuck this dude.
You need. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest though. Wait.
I don't know about that part. And possibly the female CEOs.
Wait a second. No. Wait a second, G.
You know how many
How many niggas in here be right? That's 100%. You can't get no higher than
that. I like it.
In the words of old dude from Alabama, booty was more important than water. You know
booty is more important than
on a side note, that nigga.
I am the booty boy.
That nigga's free right now.
He out.
Yeah, he's free.
Yikes.
The world? Yes.
Yikes.
So it's Ray Caruth, nigga.
But I was gonna say, sorry for
Ray Caruth was a raping.
What was his name?
Was murdering, nigga.
To that show?
I rather look.
Man. Who was the host of the show?
Chris that was on.
That
was on Hawk.
No, but like he was a real character. He was a real person.
I'm saying the real person.
But I was gonna say about the whole gangster thing that most gangsters who I came across personally, like you said, they value the gang over their own life. But one of the biggest things that changes their life is having kids. Then that's just my experience.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're 100%.
Because when they have kids, I'm just saying from my experience, I'm not saying all of them. A lot of niggas I know, once they have kids, they like, okay, it's something greater than me. I have a purpose greater than me.
I've seen hardcore gangsters like, yo, I'm so-and-so, whatever block. Y'all stay away from my son.
I got a daughter.
Tell your OGs come see me. And they be like, and you can't do nothing but respect it. Like, yeah, like, I saw videos and all kind of shit, like, where niggas be like, yo, I'm OG so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. Y'all stay away from my son. He not in on gang shit.
Right.
I did that so he don't have to go through it.
Right.
And niggas had to sit there and take that on the chin, like, yeah, that's OG so-and-so. Like, the nigga, like, he's still making moves. He not making moves in the streets no more, but he let niggas know, like,
Fruit Loop.
I did all this shit, so my son don't got to do it, so my daughter don't have to go through this shit. So it's like, yeah, you 100% right.
I feel like back in the day, like that worked, but now, like,
no, it don't work like that at all now.
Even in general, as it progresses, one generation wants to prove that they're more ruthless than the next.
Respect.
Yes.
No, exactly. There's no respect for OGs or for the elderly.
Well, like I said, I'm speaking for my generation, from a previous generation.
Yeah.
So I can't speak on what they're doing now.
But I mean, not everybody from, because I mean, I'm not far from removed from your generation. Mm-hmm. Like we're in the same age range. So I'm not gonna say like niggas like in like motherfuckers in high school when I was in New Jersey and shit. I feel like a lot of this just goes wherever you live at also. Mm-hmm. Them niggas was wild disrespectful. I'm just keeping it funky. We would have teachers, older people, they'd be like, oh, fuck, you suck my dick, da-da-da. I think a lot of it came from just your location. Now, in the South, I know it's completely different.
Yes.
Because it's all about respect. Like, you're taught to have respect for your...
agree with you.
I did go to high school here.
You're taught to have respect for your elders. Like, this is one thing I've noticed when I was in New Jersey. We went to bury my little brother, right? When you have a funeral, traffic stops for you down here.
Yes.
It doesn't stop for you up north.
Hell no, they turn their lights on.
There's no respect.
Their lane,
Son,
so
they'll ride past you and flip you off. Like, the fuck you doing? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a whole different vibe. So I get what you're saying. Like, I agree with that. But I also feel like sometimes it is location and just how you're raised. Because I remember, like, there's a lot of motherfuckers from back up north. They had zero respect for elders. They're like the OGs, all that shit.
Yeah,
they were just like, yo, fuck it, yo. I'm gonna wild out because it is what it is. Now down here, yeah, because it's something different. Because you gotta remember, everybody knows everybody down here. It's more small town, so everybody just kind of knows everybody. Everybody's kind of just almost in this, circle, wherever it is. Up north, like in North, okay, I don't have to be in North. I can go to Maplewood or Hillside or motherfucking Irvington or Elizabeth, Union. I could go any other place, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I get. It's like you right, but I think at the same time, it's 10 times worse now. Because when I went to high school,
it's way worse.
I went to high school in North Carolina. That shit was still crazy. I'm talking like we used to be in the classroom. And they would curse out the teacher in the classroom. They would start twerking on the desk and shit. That shit was ridiculous.
Damn. Like, what school did you go to?
I went to Philip O'Berry.
Like, I went to private school. You'd be like, what?
I went to VCC, Victory Christian. Nigga, well, Pastor Gould. Like, trust me, I know who that is.
When I first moved to New York, like, I moved up there in, like, 7th grade. And niggas was, like, the teachers would curse at you. Like, everybody, like...
What's up?
Like, the teacher was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And the kid like, yo, fuck that, fuck you. And I'm like, holy shit, you can curse the teachers out here? Like, nobody give a fuck in school.
Yeah, I used to do that too, I ain't gonna lie.
Like, yo.
So, it was like, so I went to school on St. Helena Island, South Carolina.
Shout out to Beaufort.
If you don't know about that, you've probably seen Gullah Island. That was fashioned after St. Helena Island. But it was, exactly. But shout out to
my nigga Benya.
Shout out to Ron Days. Actually, he just had open heart surgery, so shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
speedy recovery guy.
Absolutely. It was a different kind of community there because everyone that went to St. Helena Island for the most part lived on St. Helena Island.
Okay.
So all the teachers knew your family. Like, everybody knew everyone. So there was never a case where it was, I'm going to be disrespectful towards my teacher because the teacher already had permission to beat your ass. And after the teacher got done, they was going to call your parents. And when they called your parents was going to be mad because they called them at work. And they was going to be like, yeah, go ahead and beat that person ass, whoever it may or may not be. And when they get home, I'm going to make sure I take care of them too. All the way up to the principal. Our principal even had a red paddle that she would bring out when necessary. But it was a community-based school.
And that was the difference between up north and down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, down here, it's always going to be community-based. Up north, it's like, damn it, I swear to God, it's every man for themselves.
I got paddled in school.
But you was down here, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I had fucking...
That's what I'm saying. Like
it's my story. Like, I had long johns on. It didn't hurt.
Well, I mean, when you was in New York, when you was in New York, it wasn't the same vibe.
Hell no.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I always tell people, like, it's a different vibe up north. Like, people don't really get it. It's like, I grew up way different than everybody else. Like, I'm not saying I'm a disrespectful person. Like, okay, this is the simplest of things. Yes, ma'am, no, sir, and all that shit.
Don't say that.
I don't say that.
It's yes or no. Yeah.
I just be like, yo, my girls be like, Sean, yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, oh, you supposed to say yes, ma'am? I'm like, I wasn't raised that way.
Let me just say, I don't really think that that's a Southern thing. I honestly think that is a slave thing. I'm just being completely honest because I'm dead ass. And let me tell you why. I'm dead ass because that shit come from them saying yes, madam, yes, sir, no, sir. All of that. That's some slave ass shit that
I'm not laughing at
that has just translated. Like, that's not some shit when you meet. That's not some black shit. That's what I'm saying. It's not some black shit. I'm not saying, like, I understand it's a point of respect, and anytime I talk to my grandmother, who is almost 90 years old, if she say Takia, I'm going to say yes, ma'am, no doubt. But I'm not going to make my children say that, because I just think that's a slave mentality.
My mother did not, she didn't make us say it. She was like, yo, you don't say those, call nobody ma'am or sir, because they're not above you.
Hold on.
My whole life, so I said, like, well, hold on. I said when, like, if I'm at work and I'm just trying to be nice, or I'm just, just trying to be respectful to super elders.
Yeah.
I'm not calling you Miss or Mr. or nothing. If I'm 40 and you 43, fuck you.
No.
Slap you in your damn face.
Nigga,
you want to go watch the game?
I
don't call you sir, but no. Look, this is what my cousin say, and my cousin, he grew up in Newark also. He was like, yo, once I put a hockey stick to my teacher's neck for threatening to call my mother. Yo,
that's out of control.
Gregory, yo, you an asshole, son.
That's out of control.
That's my cousin. Remember when we went to Atlanta? When I told you I had my cousins. That's him.
Bro, our teachers used to legitimately. I heard one teacher say she legit told the kid. She was like, "I will reach back with the hand of God and slap the fire out of you." Swear to God, that's what she
that almighty slap.
Like, swear to God, swear to God, we never we would never think.
So I feel like this is a perfect segue into our next topic. So we've had 2 instances where there were teenagers, young men, or one I guess is a woman. I don't know, whatever.
We don't know.
Whatever.
She's in.
So exactly. So it was a young man, and he was talking wild crazy to the teacher, and you said he threw a basketball at him, and
something at him.
He was threatening him, talking about, "Yo, come at me, nigga." Da da da.
He was swearing. I don't know how he thought he was gonna win that fight.
And eventually, the teacher he got fed up, and he swung him and he fucked him up.
Yeah.
And then some people talking about, and I'm not even gonna say black people feeling this way. There's some people that was like, "Oh, you can't do that because you're a teacher. You should know." And this, I'm like, no, this the shit that let me finish. This the shit that be having me so fucked up. Back in the day, teachers used to fuck you up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, some of these kids, they act the way they act now, mainly because your parents ain't doing nothing. Because I feel like this: that young man's parents are definitely not disciplining him. I never thought about doing shit like that. I never thought about swinging on teachers and talking to them wild crazy like that. So it's better that a teacher fuck him up than somebody on these streets that's probably gonna kill him.
I've never exactly think about it like that before. In my life.
That shit was wild.
I never thought about it.
Unless you come at me, and if you come at me like that, I'm gonna come up with you with the same energy.
If you come at me like that, then what happened for you to come at me like that? That's how I'm looking at it. But if I done started the shit, yeah, I deserve all the ass whooping I'm gonna get.
Exactly.
Like I've seen where teachers might come at a student, like if they're older and they come at a student who is a teenager, he might not feel like, okay, I ain't gonna fuck you up, but I'm gonna get my uncle to beat your ass or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you older than me, you might be more physically stronger than me, and some men are raised to respect their elders, and so I just think that, like, if it was me and a teacher came at me in a threatening manner, I mean, if I had to square up, I would, but I'd be more like, yo, all right.
But that's the thing, though. The teacher didn't come in. He came at the teacher first.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, a lot of students, even if a teacher, if I'm a student, I'm speaking as if I'm a student, even if I didn't start it and the teacher came at me in a threatening manner, I know the situation is in reverse, but I'm saying me as a student, if a teacher came at me in a threatening manner, I'm going to get somebody to beat your ass because unless he physically put his hands on me and I have to defend myself, but even in that manner, like, shit, my uncle never going to beat his ass regardless. Like, yo, what the fuck is a grown-ass man trying to fight a goddamn teenager for? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like every nigga under 25 need their ass whooped. A good ass whooping. I mean, I want to get a group of people together and we just drive around and beat up little 25-year-olds.
That's not ass whooping drive.
Anytime you doing something stupid.
Yo, wait a second.
You walk around with
this nigga's face.
Your skinny jeans.
Yo, Terrell face
walking
like,
around,
man,
with skinny jeans, a belt, and your pants still below your ass. We jumping. We just gonna beat your ass and drive off.
Nah, bro.
Not the baby boy.
And it gonna go down like you think.
Yes, it is.
Listen, the only problem with that is back in our day, that would have been respected. But like now, them niggas gonna fire on your ass.
I got my 5'2". Then you gonna be some fine ass motherfuckers.
Somebody
Somebody gonna learn a lesson after that shit.
As long as you ready.
You gonna hop out the van like, get him, just beat your ass and walk off. Like, that's your lesson, little nigga. Put your pants up.
They gonna fire your ass
skinny
you run
jeans
up
on,
bro.
a belt, and your pants still around your knees.
Nah, you
ain't got no gun on you. I can see your drawers. Get out of here, little nigga.
What's up, G? How you doing?
Yeah, no, I really think that in that situation where the young boy was swearing, I don't really know what he was thinking. Like, I have no idea. However, I don't think that as long as the teacher followed all proper protocol, I don't really see why he needs to be punished for defending himself. In my personal opinion.
I wish little 16-year-old niggas.
That other lady in Baltimore that was punched in the face by that girl, I don't know who her peoples are, but whoever her grandkids are, whoever her children are,
she's gonna get them to fuck that motherfucker up.
Somebody need to find that girl because she need to catch.
They said she came back from beating cancer and shit.
Yeah,
like that's insane.
Like,
I didn't see that one.
I
son,
can't.
if you would have saw it, you'd have been mad.
I wish if I was the person in that classroom, like she was about to leave and the lady was telling her like she needs to go. Like it was an older lady. Like she could have been somebody's grandmother. Shit out of her. No, she punched her. She didn't smack her. She punched her. Don't be trying me, bruh. Or some she punched her. I was like, there's no way. I could not have been out. We would have had to fight. You're not gonna hit this old lady. You're not gonna do it.
See, and that's
out of control.
It's deteriorating our school system. You know what I'm saying? Because teachers don't want to teach no more.
No. I had a friend of mine, her
North
mom.
Carolina is like the worst state for teachers. Like
it
like
is. And
49
by
out
the
of
way,
50 states.
Black people, when you make it and you move out of the city that you were living in all this time, and you take your tax money and go elsewhere, that takes away from schools too. Everybody gets every state gets a set amount of federal dollars that they get that they can pay teachers. Anything else that they get comes from taxing the people that live in that area. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the set amount for teachers coming in is just around $30,000. I'm gonna say it again, $30,000. Waitresses make more than that. Let's be clear.
I got a question. I want to know how much money goes from the education lottery into actual education.
I have absolutely no idea.
There's no excuse for all that money in the education lottery.
I'm going to venture to well, it doesn't just go to teachers. It goes to schools. It goes to scholarships and all that stuff too. So it's not just to teachers.
No, I understand that. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, so, does the level of education seem improved overall? Like, just from...
I think more so on the secondary education level, not a primary. I think that lottery money goes to more so towards secondary.
Listen, these kids got the internet
like college
as fuck, yo.
And tech school and stuff like that.
How do you have all the answers on the internet and y'all niggas is still dumb as fuck? That's why I say I wish I could choose what taxes I pay. I wouldn't pay enough for schools. I'm like, fuck these schools. These kids is dumb as shit anyway. Y'all got iPads in schools. Taking selfies in class.
Yeah, we had like a good 2 weeks of just
not.
He's right. He's right.
In my life, thank you.
Because like, I didn't go to school no damn. I didn't go to school.
Every kid right now should have all A's. You got all the answers in your goddamn phone, but your ass dumb as fuck. I don't know that shit, bruh. Fuck that shit, bruh. Like, listen, you fighting teachers. You need to fight a goddamn book. I'd have hit his ass with a goddamn book. Bro, you know what to do. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, hit me with a foreign object. Niggas ain't never seen a book in their goddamn life.
Bro, nigga, that's geometry, bitch.
These niggas know every hiding spot on Fortnite.
Like, nigga, I got a paragraph for you. They're like, man, how much that shit is, bro? Can I get it on that?
And I got nieces, I got nephews and nieces in school. They dumb as shit too. I told my nephew like, yo, how the fuck do you not have all A's? I had to use this encyclopedia and I had good grades. Your dumb ass got every answer in your fucking
phone. You got Google. You got everything. Like,
oh,
that's it.
I can't. They got, all right, they took all the driving pamphlets out of the DMVs and they all online. So I can't find it. Bitch, you can find everything else on the internet. You can't find it fucking driver's license shit.
God damn.
Shut your dumb ass up. I promise you, this nigga can find everything. So you see the new Call of Duty, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, did you see the new stop signs they make? Get your ass in the goddamn internet and find the fucking driver's manual so you can get the fucking permit, stupid.
Damn, bro.
Remember when we when we was younger, we had to go to the store and ask them for a job. These niggas got going on the internet like, oh man, I can't get no job. Bitch, it's on the internet. You don't gotta meet these motherfuckers, man. You don't even gotta look eye to eye or get dressed or nothing. You can feel that shit on your drawers.
Hey, real talk, the job that I applied for on ZipRecruiter.com, my first and second interview were both online, period. I've never been into an office setting.
Nigga.
Niggas like, man, I'm gonna go to Family Dollar and talk to the manager. Like,
remember, you had to go to McDonald's and Burger King and talk to the manager face to face.
Yes.
These niggas don't. They be like, they just text them like, I got the job, bruh. They be like, come on in, motherfucker, and you just come in and show up and get your uniform.
Yes, that's how it was.
These are niggas is dumb as shit these days.
You had to give on the spot interviews back in the 90s.
Thank you.
They would hire you like right there to pin on
these
the spot.
Niggas will hire
My
you
cousin
here.
used to do that shit. Every week that nigga had, that's when Bill Clinton was in office. Nigga had a new job every week because he knew how to do interviews. Nigga could literally quit Hardee's and go to McDonald's. That nigga had 3 checks from 3 different employees. I'm like, damn nigga, I'm about to cash in Walmart and Hardee's and his Family Dollar check.
These niggas do not know how
in the same pay period, how the fuck you do
that? These niggas show up to a job, no card, to catch a ride to a job, be like, yeah. We need you at 5 in the morning. Who the fuck can get to take you to work at 5 in the morning?
Yo.
You ain't got no goddamn car, stupid.
Yeah.
But no Uber.
Hold on.
They be mad like, oh, these niggas know I ain't got no car.
And I got something for that too. Yo, this is a chick that I be seeing on Facebook, yo. She got 2 kids. She stay in Rockville. And she always out here like, who hiring?
It's the internet. It's
I'm like, yo, everybody hiring. I'm like,
real talk. Amazon still be calling me every day.
They call
about they got a job.
Yo, I can play you the fucking message they sent me. This is what kills me. I'm like, sweetheart, number one, get a fucking license. You live in Rock Hill. So whatever job you gonna get, you gotta drive there. You don't live in Charlotte. At least if you live in Charlotte, you can take the bus.
But here's the downside to that, and I'm gonna make vast generalizations and assumptions here.
Please do.
If you're a single mother with no child, chances are you're living off of welfare, right? Or SNAP, or whatever you want to call it. So most of these minimum wage jobs, TANF, I know they get a check and they get food stamps, all this other shit. Yeah, well, food stamps is that, but TANF is a check that you get. Like, it's an actual, it's a check. But anywho, I digress. What I was saying was, if they're getting all of this, but you want them to go work a minimum wage job for $7.25, that shit don't add up. They make more money sitting at home.
Listen, ladies, if you get food stamps, I'm nutting you.
Oh my God.
I need food stamps in my life right now, yo.
Here's my problem.
What's up,
money on shit.
Here's my problem with the job market. I'm not generalizing black people.
It does. Now, y'all see how I feel.
Nah, that don't bother me, man. But
because you're my same way, damn it.
Hey, that's not the point. Anyway, my problem with the job market now, and I'm not generalizing black people or anything like that. I'm just talking about my experience with young black men and women. They always looking for a job, but they don't even have basic education. Like, motherfuckers been dropped out of school and don't even have a GED or diploma, like some basic shit, and wondering why they can't get hired.
And let's be careful.
Or they got all these felonies on their record and be like, man, bro, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody hiring. I'm like, bro, you don't have an education. You got a criminal record. Huh?
I said bachelor's degrees don't get you nowhere as far as you think nowadays.
They really don't.
It's crazy. Like, motherfuckers got master degrees.
Bro, you see all the people that we work with.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers got like degrees. You like, nigga, you work with me.
They better come back. They better go to Amazon. Amazon is, if you got a degree,
Amazon
they throwing that shit. Hey, what you want, 40,000 a year? Go ahead, you can have it. 50? Take that shit too. Don't have no experience at life, let alone fucking work. These motherfuckers fresh out of college don't know shit.
Come to Amazon.
Just started fucking busting nuts. Like, really? Like, I can make all this money? Like, fuck out of here, son. Like, nigga, it's some motherfuckers there.
What they gotta do with anything?
Bread, don't have no world experience about nothing. So, like, don't know shit.
By Amazon right now.
Look, shut up, nigga. I don't want to know how I work. Shut up.
Nigga, you said it like 8 times.
No, I didn't say I work there, nigga. Shut up. Like I'm saying, it's motherfuckers there that don't know.
I was about to say we have talked about.
Yeah, we talked about it on that time.
Nigga, I don't work there.
I didn't say you work.
Motherfuckers. Y'all not
So you
fucking on my
sponsored by
shit.
them.
This nigga ain't shit.
Nigga.
Jeff Bezos is watching this shit right now. Like, that nigga a giant. Oh,
You
nah.
better give me a raise, nigga.
Nigga, fuck that. He
No,
might
it's a real
give
shit,
us some bread.
Like, they hire motherfuckers like, you got a degree? Hey, come on here and make a lot of money. I'm like, I can know way more than this motherfucker. These motherfuckers come ask me because they're like, how the fuck I do this? Like, nigga, you make more money than me. Fuck out. You tell me how to do this shit. I'm training you and you making more money than me. You don't get the fuck out my face? Like, give me $42 and I'll teach you how to do this shit. I'm charging you to train me. Like, nigga, you in charge? All right, $42 a day.
I actually got into an argument with a conservative, Matt, at the job. He was like, Matty P.
Really?
He said he don't believe in federal minimum wage. He said,
why is that?
He said because there should be no baseline for companies to hire someone and have to pay them a minimum wage. They should be able to pay them whatever they're worth without having a baseline of whatever.
I feel like that works. So I feel like he comes off to me as someone who believes in what they call like a 100% free market.
Basically.
And I feel like that works in a situation where everything is at that level. But the problem is when you have human beings working in this quote unquote free market, it's never just going to be the market. Because if you go back to like macroeconomics, right, like huge economics on a huge scale, eventually the market balances out itself eventually. Yeah. But that's without human interference. And just by simply having human beings working in the market, you have certain situations that come about where there needs to be some interference, right? Like from the government. I think that's why the minimum wage would be important, personally. But
I just said I think it should be important because what's to stop somebody from paying a certain group of people more when they're doing the same job just because they felt like it without any kind of baseline?
And that's that human influence.
You talking about increasing the minimum wage?
No, he was just saying he had a coworker that said that he didn't feel that minimum wage was necessary. Like mandated minimum wage.
I mean, I don't know.
I think minimum wage should be raised up to, I mean, what is minimum wage?
It varies. I know South Carolina is $7.25.
How the fuck?
What the fuck?
What?
Nobody can live off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How can we even?
Here's the thing: if they increase it, then you can't live off what they increase to. It's going to raise.
He's saying, but see, like my coworker was saying, if they keep raising minimum wage, it's going to keep raising the prices of goods.
Yeah.
Is that part of the market? Is that how it works?
I mean, I feel like it would. They would have to find different ways to, or I feel like it could, but they would have to find different ways to keep the prices where they are. For example, when they mandated that businesses, I think if you employ 50 or maybe 100 employees or more, that you have to provide like health insurance to full-time employees. Yeah. So what then was the alternative for these businesses? They started hiring most people part-time and started hiring very few people as full-time so they wouldn't have to do that. So there's always ways around it. But I feel like to just say, oh, well, if they can find a loophole, you shouldn't enforce a law at all. I don't think that makes sense, in my opinion.
You can take the money out of the CEO's pocket.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I know, exactly.
Why would you do that?
That's not going to happen.
What are you talking about?
Because here's the thing, and this is the downside. So when we went from an industrial economy to, or when we went from an agricultural economy to an industrial economy, and now we're moving into a technological economy. But in that time frame, when we went from agriculture to industrial, we relied heavily on these factories and on these businesses, right? So we gave them a lot of freedom and a lot of power to now become what we call monopolies and I believe it's called oligopolies. So we gave them a lot of power. So now we're in a position where we really have to cater to them, because if we don't, in this global economy that we're in, they can just take their funds and move their entire business to another country where they don't have to worry about paying these taxes. So it's kind of like a balancing act now, where they have way more power than they should over the government, because we depend on their funds to survive. Unless
I don't want to bore the people I keep talking about, but unless there was some kind of national, global economic group where they was like, well, if America taxing you 33%, we're gonna tax it to you, so you don't have no country to hide to. You got to pay taxes no matter where the fuck you go. So
yeah,
I mean, it could work like that, but I doubt if it happens like that, because everybody's economy is not as strong as America.
Right.
So they would bend over backwards for Apple to come to their country.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at like a couple articles though and stuff like that. They were talking like once we basically remove, put robots in. I don't know. This is good though. When we put robots in place of humans, like in factories and stuff like that, they were actually looking at saying, hey, how are we gonna, pay actual people, money?
Yeah. So you gotta find the next thing. And that's the new thing.
But they were saying actually that they're gonna tax
take over the world.
Stop it! Look,
that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But they're gonna tax the company.
Bro, you gotta get him started.
I'm on 18.
I'm on the robot team. I'm team robot.
Hey, me too.
You better be on the winning side.
Cyborg, homie.
Thank you. See, this nigga don't get it, son.
I'll be a cyborg.
Don't get it.
You see me with a robot.
Don't get it.
Well, get what?
We're not about to get into this.
The robots take over the world.
God.
I'm on the robot team.
There's a philosopher that theorizes that eventually we're gonna get to like what they do in the Matrix, where when you want to learn something or you want to be a part of something, it's uploaded into your brain. Like, and I fully know
I'm not gonna be alive for that shit.
On my phone right now.
I ain't trying to be alive for that.
We gonna be alive.
Listen,
I'm not trying to be.
I ain't gonna be around for that shit.
We already got phones.
Yeah, because I'm gonna turn all y'all niggas into our robot overlords. I'm snitching on all you niggas.
I'm Robo.
Okay.
I'm snitching on all you niggas. I'm like, Sean, get your ass out here, nigga.
I'm like, bro, I don't
T500 is looking for us.
I'm like, bro, I don't even know.
All right, Jerome Connor. That ain't John Connor. Jerome Connor.
Yeah, I'm snitching on everybody.
Bro, I'm fighting against the robots, bro.
Connor.
Exactly. Yeah.
You gonna be Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I know, right?
All I want is my robot arm.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So I can fucking grab you niggas, like, my arm fly out and grab you. I need the right one, not the left one.
You like, I still love you.
No, maybe I should get the left one.
I'm about to say, you gotta use your right, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta spank
Bro, that shit gonna hurt.
The left arm's gonna be the robot arm. The right arm's still gonna be the spanking arm.
Hey, I told you they're gonna be like, hasta la vista, bruh. I'm like, ain't supposed to say baby.
Nah, bro.
I'm out here.
Y'all ignorant.
Hasta la vista, nigga.
We in the room for electronics and y'all talking shit. I'm safe right now. If they decide to go right now. If this microphone decide to punch you your shit.
I'll deal with it when it comes. Kia, what you was saying?
I was about to say, did y'all hear about the young black woman who claimed to be like a Trump supporter and ended up like receiving a shit ton of money?
You know what? Let's all give her a round of applause for that.
I ain't hear about that.
No. God,
I think if I recall correctly,
she finessed everybody.
She came out. She said that she was a Trump supporter, like MAGA, all this other shit, and she said that her family disowned her. She didn't have any money for college or anything, so she started a GoFundMe account, and like Trump supporters like poured money, like
I did not think of that. Then
much money, like to the point where she was able to pay for all of her education. And
that's why I said
she
let's
received
give her a
the
round of
money,
applause.
she was like, "Yeah, I was just bullshitting."
Yo, we gotta give that.
We need to do it.
Actually, go for
this
me.
Is the Trump supporter podcast.
And that's when I saw it. I was like, okay. When I saw it, I was like, okay, that sounds cool, but
because they can
could
sue
she
you.
Is she in legal trouble? Like,
yeah, they can sue you for that. Well, no, GoFundMe. I'm pretty sure that like there's a lot of companies that have done that to people. They haven't given them back the money. Or,
look, she didn't say it was for a charity or nothing. It's for her.
She didn't.
But she
listen,
said she lied.
I seen
doesn't matter. You don't know.
I seen chicks on there that was like, yo, I want to go to the Floyd Mayweather fight, and everybody sent her a map just because she was pretty.
Exactly. GoFundMe is just GoFundMe.
She was a pretty girl.
It doesn't matter. GoFundMe is like whatever you put it up there. Like, if you want to put money into it, they're gonna do it.
You know who I tell it to all the time?
No, you don't.
Hold on.
Just do it. Do an experiment.
I've been telling Kia that, yo. I've been telling her that.
Podcast.
She's like, no, my pride and my self-respect. Like, fuck
need
all
money.
that.
But here's the slippery slope.
You don't gotta show no ass, no titties
funny.
and nothing.
So you
Be
gotta
cute,
say.
like, I need money. And do
Podcast
what else to you. I'm stupid.
Yeah, what's up, G?
But wasn't there a situation where, correct me if I'm wrong, where a couple had raised $400,000 for a homeless man, and when they didn't pay him, they had a court order?
Yeah, that's something different though, because they didn't pay him. They already had something in place where they're supposed to be paying. They were raising the money for him to pay him. But when it comes to this young black lady, she wasn't gonna pay nobody. This is all just going straight to her, no matter what.
But what I'm saying is, did she say, hey, she didn't say anything about this is for my support of Trump or MAGA or whatever?
No, she said
because
that
if
her
you
family,
say that this is in support of that, and then people who support,
she said that her family,
MAGA hat, and that's
as far as I know, she said her family disowned her because she supported Trump and she needed help paying for school.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, that's what she said.
So
as
far as I know, the money still went to
No, I'm saying, I thought she said
school.
something like, I'm in support of MAGA and because I support Trump and this, and then at the end said, nah, I don't support him, I just bullshit. Like, that's different. But if she said it's to pay for school, and that's what she
I mean, even
much money
I think
she
even
get,
at the end of the day, even if she
that's
wasn't saying that way, you can't do shit about it. Once you do it, like, it is what it is. It's GoFundMe.
You're not gonna make me.
Nigga, we can make a
put your money
GoFundMe
back in the internet. Hey, suck my dick. I'm not giving you my money. Fuck out of here. This is mine now. Once you give me your money, like, thank you. This is mine. You know that, right? I have no intention of giving that shit back to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know the legal ramifications.
I don't think there is none.
If she was good,
it can't be.
It's always
like
legal.
giving people money on the internet.
It's always legal ramifications.
No,
all the way up to
they'll find something.
Giving people money on the internet is new. That shit is like what 5 years old or some shit like that. That's not an old thing. So they didn't come up with a law like, oh, we gotta get a law for this shit. It's not gonna be a law until they start fucking up with white people. They're like, hey, we gotta make a law against this.
Real shit. That's being real.
So probably right after this, they gonna
You know what I'm saying?
But it sounds like she did fuck with some white people.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be next week. It's gonna be a law, but right now it's still, hey, white people.
She got over it.
I ain't mad at her.
I'm not. Son, that's why I was applauding. Damn, son, I was applauding for a reason.
Shit, you don't have to do the lottery no more.
Still white people listening.
I'm just saying, I hope that it don't come any legal ramifications.
All the Trump supporters that donated, you get donkey of the day, bro.
Damn, kid, that's your new segment. That's your new segment. I don't think we can do that because it might be copyrighted.
Trademark. True.
Carrots.
We gotta think of something else. Then we gotta give you a segment like that where you can Charlemagne this shit. Shout out to damn Boot Nose Larry.
Bunky nose.
Bunky Nose Larry.
I don't need help. So much help.
I mean, that's what they call him. That's what he told me they call him. Shit.
We used to call him on the bus.
Exactly.
Nose barrier, bell pepper nose.
Shout out to Charlamagne, yo.
Hey,
Fuck
can I have?
What's up?
I want to give out a petty award.
Go ahead.
Shit.
Ooh, petty award.
I don't know how true this is.
You know what? That might be something we can start doing then.
Yeah, petty award of the day.
Yeah, I don't know how true this is, but my petty award goes to, and I'm sure he won this multiple times, 50 Cent. Cause
Oh my God.
what I heard is,
Yeah.
we all know about him buying the tickets to the Ja Rule concert. If you don't know, Ja Rule had a concert,
Yeah.
and he bought 200 tickets for like the front row just so nobody be there.
Which
But
is
then
okay.
Ja Rule had a concert where he was talking shit about 50, like fuck 50 Cent or something like that. Now I've heard that that's nigga 50 Cent is in
But
the
his
works.
masters.
He's
Yes.
trying to buy his master. Yeah. For about 6 figures.
So anytime that nigga Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying, he gotta pay 50.
Yo.
And this is what I said. I said, Ja Rule doesn't have enough money to beef with 50 Cent.
He don't.
Sometimes you just gotta let some shit go.
I remember when a nigga said, in order to go to, you can't go to war with niggas without no money.
They haven't even killed that though.
That shit is
Well,
You
not
can't go to
control.
money. You
And
can't go
that
to
shit
war
is
without
You
money.
can't go to
fucking
war with a
genius.
nigga who doesn't give a fuck less than you.
It's
Yeah, that too.
ingenious. That's true too.
He don't give a fuck
so
after
he
you and he
lost
got
on
more
2
money.
accounts.
He lost in every battle when it comes to 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's
So even Taxstone, shout out to Taxstone. He was like, when he was like, yeah, I won that first one, he was like, not really.
he's like, not really. And that nigga he looked hurt when he heard that shit,
So
yo.
he blocked Taxstone the same night.
Hold up, Taxstone did what now?
It was
Well,
on Charlamagne's show. That
Uncommon Sense they used to have
Yeah.
on MTV, and he was like, yeah, Ja Rule's like, you know,
You said, in a way, I won the first
first
battle.
Taxstone?
Taxstone,
was
not really.
Not really.
And then showed Ja Rule face, that nigga like he was about to cry. That nigga bottle up was quivering and shit. I was like,
Ja Rule just been taking these L's. He can't win. He can't
He
win.
been taking some L.
Bruh, he been taking
he like overall in life he's good.
Yeah.
He got
when it comes
bread,
to 50,
his family good, but
He
like
been
my
taking
man,
L's all his life.
just take the
Well,
L.
they say the human meme
After
word.
they got murdered Inc.
what he gonna do if that nigga buy his masters, man?
He ain't gonna do shit.
That's fucked up. If whoever
It's
owns his master
ingenious.
sell it to,
That would be that would be the petty award of
That
decade.
nigga
I can't think of that more pettier than
He
that.
about to take all his money.
I can imagine what he'll do with his masters, son. That nigga would, 50 would be a dick and make a song and just
He did.
and loop and have Ja Rule on the hook and just made a whole song with it. It's like, yo, you're a fucking dick. Like, why would you do that, yo?
Wait.
Just have Ja Rule on the hook to the whole song.
Come on and put it on,
And
man.
just that nigga the whole
And then what up, my
song.
baby?
You know what's probably next for Ja Rule?
You be like, men drive me crazy.
Dancing with the Stars. You
Yeah,
gonna see
yeah,
Ja Rule
yeah.
dancing with the Stars or some shit.
Yeah.
I would actually watch that Ja Rule.
I wouldn't.
That'd be good. Most hilarious.
You gonna be
shit.
like,
It'll be hilarious.
But Master P was on it.
Yeah, but Master P ain't going through what
He ain't
Ja.
washed up, you know.
No, Master P ain't going through what Ja
He got
going
money.
through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got real money.
No,
But Master P
no,
on his
Ja
own.
got money. Let's not get it confused. That nigga bread is good.
But
He's
he has
got
money.
But it ain't 50 Cent money.
No, that's what I'm saying. It ain't. And 50 Cent don't got Master P money. So like, we can go ahead and no, he doesn't, son. P,
Not no more.
He got old
Man,
money, but I don't know.
Yo, P got
Listen,
old money,
y'all
but 50
act-
Cent got bread done.
Son, listen. P been making movies.
I understand that.
50 started.
Yeah,
He's
Master
acting
P's
in
300s.
movies.
But he's been making movies
Master
for
P
a while.
is making
So,
movies.
I get what you're saying,
To Wealthy Gorilla, Master P is worth $250 million as of May 23rd, 2018.
Okay. And how much is 50 worth?
50 cents.
You said 250, right?
250 million.
Okay, 250 million is Master P. And 50 Cent is worth what?
20 million.
20 million.
Really? Damn, even worse than what?
According to Wealthy the Gorilla, as of 2018.
No, I mean, the argument is not, I'm saying that he's making more money than
Well,
Master P. I'm just saying he's making
Well,
bread.
pause. 50 Cent. Well, I checked it like years ago. He had 300 million from the vitamin award shit.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
about
right.
to
I
say.
forgot about that.
He
That's what I'm
Where
saying.
the
He
hell
got
did money
bread.
go?
Like, he
No,
got
no,
bread.
yeah,
You
we
said
all
that.
agree he has bread.
Yeah, he got
I
bread.
just thought
Where the hell did
because
money go?
Master P started, like, when Master P was on top, he was on top,
Yeah, he
son.
was.
He was.
Yeah.
That nigga was MC Hammer
He
status.
was on the Forbes list, like
Before the first.
So that's why I was like,
bankruptcy, MC
He's
Hammer.
been doing it and still getting
I
money.
understand that, but
But
50 been
I forgot about the
consistently
vitamin
doing
water
it.
and power and
Everything. Like,
But-
50 has consistently been doing it, though. I feel like if you're gonna look at it from this terms, like this day and age, 50. I'm not saying he's doing better, but he's consistent. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, and you know what else I just realized?
What?
50 uses social media.
Master P ain't never on social media, man.
When he got hot, there was no social media. That's
I know, he old as shit.
Yeah.
You're like,
he was already washed up by the time social media got hot.
Damn, I washed up.
She be like that.
You got a little Romeo. Talking about my man, young Buckalist.
Yes, and I looked it up. Need I look up anything else? Like that's the truth. Like that's what it is.
Yo, Kia be having facts
No
that nobody
Limit
want to know
Records
about.
was already washed up by the time social media.
You be
got
having
hot.
all type of facts that nobody needs to know.
She be like, and said rapper went broke on May 13th.
America called him and told him you ain't shit.
Exactly. I'm like, damn, kid, you ain't have to do all that. That's why Young Buck gonna be beefing with us now. Shit.
Okay, well, shit, beef with us. We need the publicity. Come on and beef.
She got the dirt.
Come on and beef. Come on the show. Shit.
Yo, I think
let's talk about some things.
I think she
gonna be mad as fuck if you gonna see Kia in some booty shirt and be like, I ain't even mad at you.
He's not gonna see Kia in no booty shorts.
He's not gonna be. If he did, he's not gonna be excited about it.
I see
He gonna be like,
I see what you did there.
It's not man ass. Get out of here. I want to see some hair on them cheeks.
Some mayonnaise.
You trying to see them geeks, bro? Some gotcha geeks.
I'm trying to see them tidy whities.
Saying geeks, man.
Yeah, man. A young butt to the cheeks. Meaning I'll pay $10 for the cheeks. Man, cheeks.
The LGBTQ community.
Shout out to them, yo. I ain't got
Young Buck gonna leave. He gonna come
Young
like,
butt.
I'm about to leave Scorpios. I mean, Onyx right now. You know,
about to leave Black Hole. Like, what? What is that? Like,
it's not a club.
I'm about to exit the Black Hole.
Oh shit!
I'm watching Brokeback Mountain Belly right now. I'm like, what?
I'm like doing that nigga strip butt naked. They be like, you mean what? Nah, I like that part. Like, oh, god damn it.
I think fast forward to the DMX getting out the shower part.
Like, kids, shut the fuck up. I wish that nigga would do that to me.
That nigga's a real nigga.
Real.
Now I know what it's like to.
That nigga real hard.
A bunch of brothers.
Nah, yo, I'm a fan of his music, though. I fuck with Young Buck.
I'm not truly a fan, but he made some songs that I like.
No, he wasn't trash.
No, he wasn't trash.
But I just ain't.
What else we got?
I thought we was going to talk about men do men feel intimidated by women?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Because we had a conversation.
Before we started. Look,
he had said men are intimidated to holler at her for some reason.
I don't think is that men are intimidated, right? Men don't feel like going through the trouble of getting a no when some of them just trying to fuck.
That's fair.
Yeah. And I don't think it's even intimidation. Some of them just like, yo, I don't even want to go through all that. If you just gonna tell me no anyway because you look like you just ain't about to just be with the shits, fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and just not even.
Yeah, if you look one look at Key, you already see no right over her head.
Exactly. Like you give off the vibe. Like
I practice that.
Yeah.
That's a learned.
You got like that.
Trait.
You got that like look
trait.
like
presence.
It's a learned trait.
Like you just gonna look like, all right, nigga, you're not about to get no, but. Yeah. Your
I had a
bank
conversation.
ain't big enough, nigga.
I had a conversation
That's
with
not-
him.
no.
That is not
Same
true.
thing. I said men don't have the patience to deal with trying to get through your wall you might have up and.
Well, hold on. In my case, it's not a wall.
I'm saying you. I'm
Yeah,
saying like
okay.
a lot of women have
Okay.
walls where they get up.
And
They have a
let me make this very clear. And then because I think I say this on both sides. I don't think that a man should make a woman have to quote unquote prove her love, and I don't think that a woman should have to make a man break down her walls for her love. That's some bullshit.
Why you gotta say
Moving
that?
forward,
Break down the walls like Chris Jericho.
what I think that's some shit that you need to work on your own. That's some individual shit that you need to go see a counselor for. and I can direct you to whoever you need to see, but that's some personal shit you need to work out. That is not anyone else's problem to fix but yours. Ain't no man here to break down your walls. Ain't no woman here to build up your fucking trust. Get that shit together.
I don't even know nobody build up my trust, but I'm saying though.
He ain't out here for this bullshit.
I'm just not here for that. Ain't no Mr. Fix It. Ain't no Mrs. Fix It. I'm not here for that.
You're a maintenance man.
Alright, this is my whole thing about the men are intimidated by me.
I've heard men say that. That's why I've literally heard that.
I've never.
I mean, that's my sentiment also. Like, that's what I think.
Those are the same niggas who like, she's out of my league. Listen, no chick's out of my league.
There is none. I don't know what that means.
No chick is out of my league. I go at you like I go at an ugly chick. Like, hey, ugly, come over here next to her. And I'm gonna talk to both of y'all the same way.
I've seen them do it.
Yes,
I'm sure.
I know. I'm not even lying. I've actually seen them
listen,
do it.
I'm gonna let you know. I cheat on you with a chick that's way uglier than you, just to bring you down a notch. Like, hey, listen, see.
Oh my god.
It's
the
called
UNFAMOUS podcast is not condone.
Yes, we motherfucking do.
No.
1 out of 6 of us does.
Be single if you want to fuck multiple bitches.
Fuck the woman you love, make love to the woman you love, and fuck these hoes.
Okay.
Just not at the same time.
I mean, if she's into it, then you good.
She don't gotta be into it. She can be at home. I'm out here.
No.
Listen, if you're not doing something,
not okay.
You gotta listen. That's why I said I don't want to hear the I'm intimidated by you. All right, when you catch me fucking your friend at your house, you're gonna be mad as shit. Like, how y'all get a key? I don't know. God, the window.
Oh, this nigga said, I don't know.
Breaking in on the shoes.
Pittsburgh beat the shit out of goddamn.
Listen, sometimes you gotta bring them down a notch. Hey, you feeling yourself a little bit too much? Hey, little ugly girl with one eye over there, she can suck a mean dick.
She eyeing you, bro?
Dick sucking skills.
But you know what though? That might be a plus.
They told me she's out here.
That might be a plus because I mean you don't know who the fuck she's looking at. So.
Hey,
she look at him.
Although she definitely should not have a driver's license because her depth perception.
But she does.
That's okay. She ain't got to drive. Look. She ain't got to have a driver's license to ride.
She can drive stick shift.
Ooh, shit! Give me some.
Hey, let's go.
My God.
Ignorant shit. Damn, I missed you. I missed you. I had to be the ignorant one for a while.
Anywho, moving forward.
Nah, let's keep going on this one.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, I've heard dudes say shit like that when they're like, oh, you know, chicks is out of my league and this and that. I be looking like, bro, like, as a man, you should feel like no woman is out of your league.
I've heard guys say, "Oh, well, I just figured you would have a man, so I didn't."
That just sounds stupid.
You a wild pussy.
Like,
I've never asked a girl if she got a boyfriend a day in my life.
I do. That's
how do you know? Oh, but there's another thing. What if she just don't give a fuck about that nigga she with? She might just want to cheat on him.
Thank you.
That's
with you.
Whole possibility.
Exactly.
It's
so
not my stilo.
Shoot your shot. I'm not condoning cheating, but I'm saying shoot your shot because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Listen, I never asked a chick she got a boyfriend. That's none of my business.
Whatever's
going between you and your husband and your boyfriend, that got shit to do with me.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Just like your bills. That's that man problem. I don't got nothing to do with them bills.
Damn, you ain't
That's
shit.
why he fucking bought that ring.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That ring said, hey, I'm going to...
Why you make that face for her?
Because she agrees.
Thank you.
I didn't say that I
you don't
disagree.
Thank
you.
You
don't disagree.
No, what I was thinking
that man told God he was going to pay all your bills for better for worse.
That's not what the man told God. But if I'm throwing this thing back, then,
I'll put gas in your car.
I expect you to come up off of something.
I'll put gas.
Oh, that's expected. If I'm driving to where you are, then you're giving me gas.
I'll get a pack of Capri Suns.
Wait a second. Wait. If you're not going out of city or out of state for it, then...
If I'm driving to where you are and I need gas money, then you're giving me.
But that's the thing, different.
I'm not coming.
Wait. Most men, you're not gonna come to the crib if he out here like doing dirt.
Oh well, they never come to my house, so
I don't know what to tell you.
So we going to the hotel.
No, we fucking in the backseat. Backseat bangers, baby.
No, I only do that in relationships.
You do that in relationships?
I only do that in relationships.
Oh man, you missing out.
What, fucking a car?
Yeah.
What? Test that shit out.
I ain't never been out.
You know who told me that? You know who told me that? She's named after a flower.
Dandelion?
I almost said her name on the podcast. In Miami.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have. That's so disrespectful. I don't have.
No, I don't find it disrespectful. But
I fucked the shit out of her car
twice.
I don't find it disrespectful. But listen, if you're just a piece of meat, like if you just a dick, then you gonna give it to me on my terms, or we don't have to fuck at all, which is fine. We don't have to. There's plenty more that's right behind you. I would say miss one.
That sounds cool to say, but you're not about to fuck mad niggas. If you let me beat, you gotta be like, let me fuck these other 5 niggas that's on the. No, you gonna be like, damn, I gotta to pussy at least 3 more times before I
No. Okay, ask any of my friends. No, I don't give a fuck about none of that. As long as I put a period in between it and I know who could potentially be my baby daddy and we using condoms, nigga, you gone. Like, I don't care.
These niggas out here like,
I don't care.
For her. Poke. Yeah,
I don't care.
What is I got the hookup. I poke that bitch to death. Poke.
Yeah, nigga pull out. He got a rubber band around his dick and nothing else. All the raincoat.
And as I tell,
like, nigga, is that a regular rubber band around his dick?
I tell all my friends, I am very pro-choice.
Alright, now that nigga will cancel all your appointments.
Fucking pro-choice out here.
We ain't coming again.
No, we ain't coming. Nah. She said she
want to be in the picket line like, hell no.
And that's fine. Where you
going? The baby can't go.
You better start catching these nose to the grill.
I ain't even about that life.
Like Burger King. Put this meat on your grill.
What the fuck?
I used to be a savage.
Still a savage.
It's still in me. I don't really practice it anymore, but it is
goodness.
still in me. Absolutely.
You out here slaying these dudes.
So
I'm not slaying any. I'm not slaying all these dudes anymore.
That's what we gonna call.
It's an old me. I don't dabble anymore.
Oh, wait, that might be a new
Kia savage.
Just Kia.
I can respect what you're saying.
I agree with it. I mean,
I understand, like, you the same way I don't have to have sex with you, you don't have to have sex with me, and I respect that. Like, I get that. So if you're not trying to do what I'm trying to do on my terms, I get it. Like, you can go. Like, it's okay.
You ever get turned down?
Have I ever gotten turned down? No.
Thank you.
But let me finish. Can I finish my statement? I've never propositioned anyone to
it doesn't matter.
That's all. Okay,
I'm sorry, are you saying if you did proposition, a nigga gonna turn you down?
It's a possibility.
No, it's not.
It's always a possibility.
No, it's not.
This shit make me so mad with
y'all don't understand. Like, niggas will fuck like chicks. We don't care.
Listen, you turn down dick when you're not even knowing you turning down dick. When somebody be like, hello, and you don't speak back, be like, bitch, I was off your dick. You want to say hello to your ass? I don't know you. Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it. That shit is annoying as fuck.
Let's
when
keep
women
all the way
act like they live in the normal world we live in. No, y'all don't. Y'all on the same planet we do.
And I got a question, kid. If there was a situation where you proposition a pussy and a nigga turned it down, how would you even react to that?
That would kill your
fucking world. It would hurt my feelings.
And you would call that nigga all types of gay.
No. That's not what I was saying. I would not call him gay. I would not call him gay. I would wonder why, but then I would also, I would wonder why, and I would also, it would definitely affect my self-esteem, but I wouldn't place that shit on him.
You wouldn't.
No.
But when you tell your homegirl, like, oh, here's some pussy, that nigga gay, fuck him. You be like, he probably is, but I'm not sure.
No. That's not how I move.
You don't seem like that kind of person.
That's not how I move. That's not how I move.
No, she's not gonna call him that. That's fine.
Other girls will.
Everybody else will.
I see that.
So, but this is the thing though. If you was to come up and be like, hey nigga, I want to fuck. I swear to God, even the most wholesome ass nigga would be like
okay,
I don't know how to do this, but
I probably had a proposition, but we've had sex in the past, so I knew that he wasn't going to tell me no.
Exactly.
So but I just be like, listen,
you know what?
I'm trying to strive.
Even if it's nigga you never fucked before.
Here's your homework assignment. Go out there.
I'm not.
And just ask me, hey, You want to fuck?
Yo.
No, you can be like, would you
That could be
just
on
ask them,
YouTube.
Just ask them like,
would you be like, would you sleep with me if I offered it to you just to see what they would say?
I guarantee you're gonna get 99.999.
So we could go to Up the Random News and just ask them that, like, it could be a YouTube thing?
Yeah, like we could go to Charlotte in the daytime.
That's
She
cool.
walk up to people, say, hey, you want...
You know what, that might turn problematic after a while because niggas like, I'm trying to fuck. I'm like, bro, put your nigga up.
We would be in the background right there. We'll have the camera and shit. We'll have the camera and shit.
Yo, that's how much we care for you.
We're not doing
We
that.
would not. That could turn ugly.
Yeah, we gonna beat people. You know what? I like to beat people up. So yo, let's
Me too.
I see chicks do that shit.
I want to put my hands on somebody.
Damn, bro, what's wrong with you?
I gotta listen to
That's already some killer shit. Like, you,
It is what it is,
no.
bro.
You better
Bro,
That's
what
some
you,
pent up aggression.
what you got going on?
You ever
It
seen
is what
You
it
gotta
is.
put your hands on her.
You got some shot
in the
in
good
no.
way.
Cheeks.
Oh my goodness!
That chick on
This is a lot.
You trying to give her some of that Johnny Jack? Motherfucking butt pirates of the Caribbean. I hear him with that black pearl.
With that in you force, Captain in you.
Oh my goodness, not Dragon Ball Ski. Motherfucking Hoku? Stickalo?
We're not gonna do this, yo. We're not.
Gohan?
We're not gonna do it.
My motherfucking nigga Hotex? Skrillin?
Drilling? Alright.
Majin Spoon.
Majin Buu.
To all the fellow Panthers.
Yo!
Oh yeah, y'all got y'all ass whooped. My team sucks, but I don't give a fuck.
Motherfuckers. Oh, my bad.
You gotta keep going.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
You
going.
know, if you keep going, I'm gonna keep going. So.
Exactly. What you said about your team?
The Panthers lost horribly.
That's
Yeah,
your
they
team,
did.
kid?
Why are you
I'm from South Carolina. Like,
Look, don't be a Panthers fan.
I am.
I'm a Raiders fan.
Because I'm from South Carolina.
Yeah,
But before they had the Panthers, everybody were Redskin and Cowboys fans.
That might have been before I was born.
And the Falcons fans.
Yeah, you better off being a Falcons fan, honestly.
Nah.
Panthers ain't gonna win shit.
The Panthers like what, 12 years old?
Atlanta sports team are even worse. All of them.
Yeah,
That's because nobody from Atlanta. They don't really support. That's what I've heard.
No. AT Aliens support their team. The teams
win.
just always fumble. Period. Like
I
every
mean,
team.
same thing goes for the Charlotte teams, though.
Charlotte has one team.
They got two. They got the Hornets.
But the Hornets left because they were so trash. All right, we'll come back.
Then they came back at the Bobcats. They're like, hey, $8. We'll give you VIP in the suite. I'm like, that's only $8. We give you like 30 hot dogs and 5 beers. Like, $8? Yeah.
So I remember some
Niggas courtside eating lobster like, yeah, nigga, this is a good $8.
Yo, so the commercial like, are you a Bobcats fan?
Niggas will put you in a game like, look, guarantee you 3 minutes to the court. You out there drop 40, you like, oh shit, they got nice out here.
Tickets are only $2. You can play with Kemba Walker. Like, wait a second. I don't want to play with him.
You're like, tickets are $2. We'll even let you come off the bench. You're like, oh, really? Okay, shit.
You be in first quarter. You don't even wait till the halftime. Like, you be the 6 man up the bench.
$3 and you can join the team. Like,
6 man on the bench. Off Groupon.
for one low fee of $1.99, you will own the box. Nigga, what does Michael Jordan have to say about this? He doesn't own it.
He trying to sign you.
Who owned it at this time? Bob Johnson or some shit?
Niggas out there, niggas out there wearing fucking Reeboks and shit. Like, nigga, it's Michael Jordan right there. Nigga, I wear these Reeboks. Fuck
Nigga, they were wearing them Air Monarchs, son.
Oh, my God. Yeah, British Knights on this shit.
Like, how much you drop? I dropped 30 tonight. How much I lost by? 30.
Exactly.
It's like, God damn.
Got air sketchers and shit. Like, yeah, you remember them days when
Not
they
rolling on the little skate.
Yeah, man.
Not the Heelys.
No, they got the Kim K fat butt niggas on here. The booty pop Kim K sketches.
Niggas had them light up LA gears on. Smashing on niggas, man.
Got the Carmelones on.
They're playing in the Dadas and shit.
Got the Birdman lugs with the spear on the side.
No, that was the Dadas, nigga. That was Dadas. Those were Chris Webber.
Oh, okay.
They had the speaker ones too.
They had the speaker ones?
Yes.
Damn, I ain't knowing them.
They had the wood grain ones.
And that's before Bluetooth. So you had to plug your goddamn
phone into it.
Whatever the fuck. Not even phone. We had no music on the phone when them shits came out.
We did. You had to plug your.
You had to put your fucking
your MP3
tape
player
in that motherfucker. Yeah.
Your Walkman.
You had to put a fucking tape in that shit. Like click and press play and walk. Oh, I like this song. Fast forward.
You gotta put your Discman in this.
Get the bop in this shit, son.
You got the Reebok pumps
They
on.
killing me, man. They killing me tonight.
Rare form.
But back to the Panthers, they fucking suck. That's all it is. They just, and there's nothing to get. Actually, I'm not even gonna say that. Their team is that good. They got a good team.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna slander the Panthers.
We're not.
And not slander the fucking bum ass Cowboys. Fuck y'all too, goddammit.
Oh yeah, they suck as fuck.
Let's go.
You know why? You know why we talk shit? Me and the Giants. We're Giants fans. We're tired of losing the motherfuckers the way we lose. Like the Panthers had to beat us by like a 63-yard field goal.
Yeah,
like nigga, that's not even that's not even real.
You had to break a world record to fucking beat us.
That's ridiculous.
That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
But they was broken, so
it was some bullshit. Like they
Who
barely
attempts 63 yards?
Usually,
nobody.
Yeah, usually a team would just like
fuck
throw it in the end zone.
Exactly. Like, fuck it, we lost. We'll just throw a Hail Mary. Nah, they're like, yo, we're gonna kick this shit. Like, what? And then made it. I'm like, wait a second, nigga. If you can do that, what's the point of even playing football anymore?
But to give him credit though, it wasn't like he barely made it. He knocked that motherfucker through.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say, nigga. You might as well just kick field goals all the time. You'll never lose.
I don't know if he'll be that. Now you know what'll happen. Every other time he kicked the field goal, he'll miss it. Except for that one time he played y'all and he made the shit.
Yeah, that's not right.
That shit hurt you when you said that shit just now.
I mean, the only reason that we don't really, like, I don't care for the Panthers, it's not the team itself. I think the team is a dope team.
I'm not a Cam Newton fan, honestly.
I don't really care for him because he be bitching and complaining. I don't really care for the fans. Like, their fans be acting like they really did shit. They're like, oh, y'all ain't did shit. I'm like, son, go win a Super Bowl. Oh, y'all living in the past, but we won. Oh, well, we made it to Super Bowl, but you lost.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that invested. I'm just from.
And that's what happens. Like, people really. Yo, I had my grandmother like, why aren't you a Carolina Panthers? I'm not from here. She's like, this is the home team. This ain't my home. What the fuck you talking about? I was born and raised in New Jersey. I'm a Giants fan. Like, it is what it is.
I'm going to be honest with you. I know a lot of Panthers fans, but it's two guys me and him work with that are real diehard Panther fans. Like,
they are.
Especially one of them. Like, that motherfucker tell you the third string offensive lineman. I'm like, these niggas is real
Panther
fans.
talking about, what's the name?
Mike.
Yeah, Reed. You talking about
Reed.
Yo, shout out to Swags, though.
Yeah, I seen him. Yeah.
Shout out to Swags. Swags been doing good, man. I'm happy for him, you know.
That's the guy who,
his wife just passed away or whatever, so, you know, shout out to Swags, man. But, yeah, I mean, all in all, shout out to the Panthers, I guess. I don't know.
The Dolphins sorry too.
Whatever the opposite of a shout out is.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Don't be petty. Well.
We got anything else? Because I mean, this is kind of we only have like an hour 30.
We kind of breezed through everything.
Yeah, I know this is weird, right?
You know
what? You know why?
I know. I ain't want to say it.
Joe not here.
Yeah. Shout out to Joe.
Shout out to Joe. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary. Shout out to Joe, because you know that nigga he gonna talk to you about some shit.
Give you a story,
because it's in the water.
It's what? In the water? What does that mean?
That's what he always says.
That's what he said. I ain't never heard him say that at all.
The water? You've never heard him talk about how bad
I heard him talk about the water's fucking up everybody's head.
Oh yeah, he has said that.
Oh, I thought that was a saying.
No.
Oh, no, yeah, the water's terrible. Like, water's horrible around
So we shut down, you know?
I mean,
Yep.
What happened? What did you say, Oz?
No, are we good?
No, I mean,
I think so.
Unless everybody else got something to talk about. I mean, I'm gonna wait till motherfuckers come back, I guess. Until then, I mean, you know, it's your birthday.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, like it's your birthday.
So what'd you get for your birthday?
I got a wonderful arrangement of flowers in my favorite fall colors. I got a cheese Danish, which is like my favorite dessert ever.
Oh shit.
And my mommy sent me sweatpants and some money.
Sweatpants.
My mommy sent me
some designer sweatpants, like some.
No, I just like the Walmart sweatpants.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. It's not even that serious.
Yo,
So I'm about to go to Target and get me some sweatpants. They got some joggers in there. Yeah.
Are they gray?
I was told specifically that I am not allowed to wear them.
Yeah,
because my shit be flopping.
Oh, you got that flipping flop, bro?
Look. No offense to you guys. I know y'all don't want to hear about that shit. I'm sorry, but
yeah,
she told me like, yo, I cannot wear that shit because that shit be flopping.
I'm banned from them too.
Exactly. So I gotta wear black ones.
I haven't been banned from sundresses, so.
Are you banned?
Are
you banned from gray sweatpants?
Because you ain't got nobody.
Shit, I don't wear those.
I always say yes.
I mean, like, your shit don't be getting caught in your cheeks though, do it?
No, my cheeks aren't that big.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not big enough for my sundress to get caught.
Exactly. It's like me, if I run around in a fucking gray sweatpants, my shit is flop, 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 flop.
I wear them shits to work on purpose.
Exactly.
Get myself
here we go.
chubs. So I see the chicks looking at it. You know how you make a dick jump? I'm like, hey, I see you. Get out there.
I've actually done that before.
Like, they say, honest to God, they said the other day, like,
I've done
champion, so she was like, you wearing gray sweatpants in the winter? I'm like, yeah, stop looking at my dick. Get out of here, yo.
Yeah.
That's the gray sweatpants thing. And I get myself like the man would on purpose, so.
Do it in the
cargos. Get out of here.
What are you talking about?
Nigga, they see my boners in hammer pants.
Boner and hammer?
All kinds of pants.
Yeah, bro. You be doing a typewriter with your shit flopping, bro.
No one can see my boners.
What else? Well, wait a second. Why would you have boners?
I mean, it just means you're horny.
It's different for dudes than it is for women?
Yeah, that's why I said I'm glad I'm a woman.
I mean, we can. I mean, boobs don't really count, but I guess they kind of do.
When you get cold, you're
and I appreciate that too.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hi, babies. Nah, because I mean, like I said, I'm not allowed to wear gray sweatpants, so I'm just not.
I'm not allowed to wear any
pants. Son, I don't look. There's certain
Shout
things.
out to good eyebrows.
I'm good. Like yo, son.
Fuck out of here.
Son, no.
You got a girl now. You don't have no reason to.
Son, look. I still want to feel like I got it sometimes, son.
Oh, fuck out of here. Alright, you fuck around, fuck up a good thing, trying to.
I'm not though. That's what I'm saying. I'm not, but I'm saying.
Hey, that was the episode on Martin.
I know exactly. I've seen that episode. That's what I'm like. It's times where I'm like, damn, are they still checking me out?
Once I'm out the game, I'm out the fucking game.
Look,
I'm not gonna be 5 toes in, 5 toes
No.
out.
I mean,
I love 5 toes in, 5 toes in.
When I get a girlfriend, I'm gonna be cursing this hoe. I'm like, bitch, you get the fuck out my face, bitch. I got a girlfriend, bitch.
I guarantee you,
I can't wait.
As soon as I got a girl,
I can't wait.
Like as soon as I got a girl, it's like all these girls come out of nowhere trying to talk to me. I'm like,
fuck out of here. That's fake.
No, it is not.
No, it's not.
No, I know it's real.
That is real.
It happens, but I know that's fake want. Like, no, you didn't want me when I was ready to give you the dick.
This is the crazy part.
No, I'm not.
Don't nobody else be knowing my situation.
Exactly.
They truly do not know. I don't put shit out there.
Persona though, you a lot more chill when you got something. Like
you a lot more confident.
I've been that way. That's the sad part.
I promise you, it's different.
It's different. These chicks understand what the fuck going on.
I've been the same way. I haven't changed at all.
That's in your opinion.
I'm still the same person because she says it. She's like, yo, you are a wild asshole.
No, you're not. So I promise you, you're not.
Terrible.
As your friend, I can tell you, you're not the same person.
Just because I don't go out there.
So we don't know. No, because we don't even have the same conversations.
Got it.
Oh, shit. We barely talk.
Now you barely talk.
Did he not put me right?
So did y'all talk a lot more before you were?
Yes, we did. So
really? I don't know.
Listen, I ain't seen
I'm gonna be honest.
Weeks.
Nah, well, I'm gonna be honest. Just from my personal experience, this nigga still called me like the same as if before he. I can't speak for everybody else.
Trouble in Paradise.
Oh, I don't want to.
Maybe he just don't like your black ass, nigga.
Oh God!
God,
I'll just laugh.
Honestly, his schedule is why I just don't be.
But then again, some of the shit we talk about be work related. It ain't always about. So
no, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying, like, from the Sean I know, when he was single and like
I was a savage.
So far.
And they tell you that I was a
I know. I mean, no. Niggas would tell I was a fucking savage.
So far.
No, not sauvage. Savage. Macho man.
You can't straight up.
Macho man.
Macho man, Randy Savage. Like, I was out here. Oh, yeah. Take this dick. Like, that's what I was doing, yo. Like, I was fucking. Like, that's all I was doing. Because I ain't had no personal connection with a lot of chicks. I'm just out here just like, yo, I'm about to just wild out. Then, you know, I chill out and I'm like, all right, I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm in a good situation. I'm chilling.
That's all that matters, homie.
That's really all that matters. But, you know, when it came to, like, everybody else, like, you know, I just chill. Like, he's single. So some of the stuff that, I mean, you single too, but again, I work with you. Mm-hmm. But with him, like, you know, his schedule's fucked up now. Like, that's all it really is.
Right? I get off work, and this is that's so funny, yo. Like,
By the time you get off work, I'm still at work.
I get off work, I do what I gotta do, I be in bed by like 9:30.
Exactly.
But everybody else think, yeah, Jai, you out here fucking these hoes. Like, what hoes? Like, nigga, I gotta be to work at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
What time? If you're not trying to fuck by the time I get up at 6:30, if you're not trying to hit by 7:30, so I can go to be at bed at 9:30, then we not fucking. So I'm at the crib chilling.
You still fuck him at 12.
Listen, I'm not getting as much pussy as people think I am. No,
I mean, but you still
off.
good.
I got to do every other thing else that I can't do.
You got
during
priorities, homie.
Like, listen, man.
Ball out.
I get it.
I low key was looking for a girlfriend. I'm like, yo, fuck that shit. Like, nah, son.
Man, that's gonna be our task for 2019.
Well, I'm saying,
yeah, we're gonna find him. We're gonna find a nice lady. Yo, she's somebody that's.
I don't think I want to be a girlfriend.
See,
what the
and
fuck
that's
do
what I
you
run
want
into.
to be?
That's what I run into.
You ain't trying to be nobody's side piece.
No.
That's what I run into.
Let me explain what I mean.
Please do.
So, and this is just in my generation, right? A lot of guys, they want to go through the we talking phase. Then they want to go through the we boyfriend and girlfriend phase, and then the fiance phase, and then the marriage phase. But in all of these phases, the woman normally is expected to be faithful and forgiving and all of these things, while the dude is just out here, you know, doing him until he decides he's ready to sell it. No, I don't encounter these dudes. This is just what I've seen from the outside looking in. In my personal opinion, this is just me. From a number standpoint, I don't really get the point of committing to one person who isn't even in it for marriage. They're just in it to see where the fuck shit could go.
So
that's two different approaches.
I don't believe that.
Wait. So are you not monogamous?
I don't believe that.
Am I not monogamous?
Yeah.
I believe in monogamy. I just don't commit to it.
Practice.
Okay.
I
don't commit to it until
I don't
have a
No,
ring.
that's dope. That's dope. If that's how you feel,
Until
that's
I have
dope.
a ring on my finger.
I don't believe.
I mean, you
many men out there.
geeks crack.
No, but hold on. But here's the thing. When I say that, I don't mean like, if like right now, the guy that I'm dating, like he's been around for over 2 years. And in that time frame, when we first started talking, I was talking to other people, but now I'm not. I have the option. I can whenever and however I want to. I simply don't want to. That's it. I just simply don't want to. But we both have that option.
We kind of don't have that option.
No, we don't.
So it won't be a problem.
We do, but
No, I'm not gonna say it wouldn't bother me, but I would say that I can't stop him from doing that.
Okay.
Because that's where we are. See, that's the thing. Like, people think when you say that, you can't be mad. No, you can still be mad because you care about this person, but you still have to respect whatever boundaries you guys have set ahead of time. And if you want that to change, then you should say that.
That's what's up.
So, but I mean, you said y'all not thinking about marriage or nothing like down the line. Y'all just like
me personally, that's not at the top of my list of things to do right now.
You gotta remember, son, she's still young.
Like, I have a lot of things that I want to accomplish. Like, I've never lived by myself. I want to do that.
I've told people, women nowadays don't want to be wives. That shit is not a priority no more. They want to be CEOs, on the cover of Forbes.
No, and some of my friends do want that lifestyle. It's just some of my friends do. Some of my friends do, but it's just not. It's not at the top of my I've always chosen my education and then my career over love. I've done that on multiple occasions. That's just me. That's who I am. So whoever I'm dating or whoever I'm with has to understand that.
I'm cool with that. I get it.
You want some after school detention? That's what it is.
Shut your stupid ass up.
being a wife is just not a priority no more, you know.
Well, shit, like
which is a good thing and a bad thing.
I mean, but the reason it's not a priority is because in previous years, being a wife means enduring, as long as the man is taking care of the house, enduring all the bullshit that comes with being with quote unquote a man, and ain't nobody got time for that. Why I gotta deal with that with a husband?
Stop acting like niggas is horrible out here, yo. It's not as bad as y'all fucking make it out to be.
Well, all the women in my family that have been married, that have been wives, they have dealt with cheating, they have dealt with physical violence, they have dealt with all of those things. That's not something I'm willing to deal with, period.
I mean, look, I'm not trying to pander, but back in them days, it was just, chicks was just dealing with shit. That was the norm.
All of my uncles, everyone
you gotta think about it. That's why you got people with
everybody
separate fucking
side chick and a wife.
That's why there's so many families and shit. That's why I got like a million cousins.
Because he was the breadwinner.
But no, listen. This is why it was. Because, all right, you...
So we got 20 minutes to explain this shit.
No,
yes, we do.
You know I got it. You from fucking Buford.
I am, but that's not where my family's from.
Where they from?
Some of them are from Carleton County, and then some of them are from Trinidad.
That's all country-ass places. Trinidad is damn near third world country, as they have tourism. And fucking beautiful brown-skinned women. They be fucking...
with big boobs and fat butts.
Okay.
But you gotta understand, before, like, the internet and all this shit, the world wasn't so small. So, I can go 2 towns over and fuck and have another family and come back with, hey, what y'all doing today? You can't do that shit now.
But nowadays, they don't have to hide the shit. They be blatant.
You can't even cheat because if you give a chick your phone number, you gonna pop on her friends you may know on Facebook, and she gonna see you in a picture with your wife kissing, and she gonna email your wife.
I'm not gonna lie.
Can't do that. That's why I said I don't think it's as bad as
you think you can't do that, but men still do that. They don't care.
No, it's dumb niggas out there, but that's not the majority.
Yeah, it is
not the majority.
I don't know that it's majority. I
don't know if it's the majority. It's a high number.
I will say
I ain't gonna lie. I'm friends with a couple of them niggas, yo.
Yeah, me too. But not all my friends that are married are fucking
like
pieces of
when
shit.
we're like when we're out. It's more men that are in relationships that approach us than men that are single.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I promise you.
I promise you it is, bro.
Women go to my homeboys that's married and they just be chilling. They can smell your wife on you. I tell you, like, yo, so many of my homeboys, and this is like, I've been saying this for a long time. I'm gonna get married so I get my bitches up. Because chicks would throw pussy at my married homeboys. Like, hey, you got a ring on the finger, not giving a fuck.
You just agree with her.
Yeah, you did.
No, but yeah, you're right. But I'm saying that's not the majority. It's not. I'm not saying. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Married men are always the ones that's approaching these women like, yeah, bitch, I'm married.
No, women approach these men
Thank
too.
you.
But
y'all throwing the pussy at them.
No, not y'all, because I don't. Let's be clear.
I'm sorry.
Not y'all.
We're not trying to generalize.
I'm generalizing all bitches. Goddamn it.
In my experience. Those men have approached me and they be like, yeah, I got a wife, blah, 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 XYZ. Like, all of that is up front. I'm like, yo, you wilding right now.
But
your wife at home pregnant with your child and you approaching me. That's out of control. You're disrespectful.
All of us and my married homeboy right there. Yeah, but excuse me. You with the ring. I'm like, word? I promise you, like, nigga.
I'm not gonna lie.
That
shit has happened to me many times.
Thank you, son. They can smell your, if you in a relationship, women can smell that shit. And they can't wait to fuck you because they feel like they got the power to see
you. So I feel like the same generalizations you're asking me not to make about men, you're making about women. That's how it sounds to me.
No, because I'm right.
Oh my god.
All right, so
don't do that.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't in the mood to argue.
No, I know everything goes vice versa. You know what
I'm
saying? But like, I just feel like it's a majority of single dudes, especially nowadays, because all my young homeboys, I got young homeboys in like their lower 20s be like, nah, so I don't cheat on my girl and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, because I asked them, like, son, like, we be talking or whatever, and they're like, son, you gonna hang out with them? I'm like, yeah, cool, like, son, you fuck hoes and shit? Like, nah, I got a girl, I don't be cheating on my girl. I'm like, word, y'all know niggas is fucking good guys.
Know, like, a lot of my friends, like, I know multiple women who've been with a significant other for 4-5 years, and this is like in college, so when most of the time when you meet somebody in college, it's not like marriage is in the distance, but it's not like, oh, I'm dating this person to marry them, and they spend all the time with them, and afterwards, that's it. you've been in this 4 or 5 year relationship, you've been loyal, you've been faithful, you turned down God knows how many good men, maybe. Meanwhile, this nigga was out here running through these hoes, and you done been faithful, and for what? What does that get you? It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense.
At the same time, you've been turning down dick since the first dick that was ever fucking offered to you. No, we don't have that problem. So we don't know how to turn down vagina when it's thrown at us. Shit, what I'm gonna do with this?
And that's fine.
Somebody touch your IUD.
And that's fine. But that is why. That's why I say when I say I will remain single until I have a real commitment. That's just what it is. I'm not putting on my I don't feel like, because I feel like what I hear now, and maybe it's changing, but what I've heard in the past was, oh, well, she got to prove her loyalty to me. I got to prove shit to you.
Who ever said that?
Niggas say, oh my God.
What kind of niggas you never heard that?
Niggas be like, oh well, she got to be faithful to the talking phase. Ain't no talking phase. I talk to him too. Ain't no talking phase.
I never heard of that.
Ain't no girlfriend. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it. I've heard it on multiple occasions.
I ain't gonna lie.
You can ask any of my friends. They've heard it on multiple occasions. But now you understand where I'm coming from. If I hear, this is what I've heard. So this is why I say, no, I'm not committing to no bullshit.
You gotta get the fuck away from.
Slide me the ring and we can be great. Other than that, there's always a possibility for somebody else to slide in. Always a possibility. My rule is keep an ace in the hole and a jack in the pocket. Fuck it.
Hey, listen.
Jack off in the pocket.
The reason why I've never heard no man say that, because they be the same nigga like, where the bitches at? Where the bitches? You worried about her proving her loyalty? Fuck out of here.
Yo, ladies, if a nigga tell you how to prove your loyalty, that nigga loves
penis. Shit. You got mommy issues, and I'm not with that shit.
He's trying to give you a reason.
The number of dudes that actually do that is pretty small. I'm not gonna lie.
You think so?
Yeah,
and my friends also beg to differ.
I'm about to be 30 years old. I've never heard
I think it's like, you know what? It's probably.
I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah, I don't think it's a small amount.
I don't think it's most.
But I will say the guys that I date that are older, which is why I date older guys, I don't have those issues.
There you go. You know what? You just prove that.
I don't have those issues.
Because dudes who are younger, like this new generation, they don't know no fucking better.
Because they don't know how to talk to them. We've been said that.
You know what they do? This with them new generation. I got a Herman's belt.
Look at my belt.
I got a Herman's belt.
Look at my
I got some red buttons.
I got Gucci. I got.
Hey, real talk. I was legit at a gas station one night, and this dude pulled out. I was like, I got a girlfriend. I got a boyfriend.
You should say you got a girlfriend.
He legitimately, they be like, they want to join. They don't care.
Oh,
yeah.
Listen, he legitimately pulled out a wad of cash and was like, oh, I bet your man can't treat you like I can.
Yeah, exactly.
So who are you trying, that's the bitch you want to attract? You
know why?
Attracted to your money?
Wait. You know why? Because it worked.
It did. But these are the same niggas that turn around. These are the same niggas that turn around and say, oh, these bitches is gold diggers. Look at who you attracted. Look at what you just pulled out. I'm confused.
I don't think no niggas.
But here's the thing. Here, the same like guys that's doing that shit. There's girls out there messing them up, doing that to them.
I believe it.
They sitting there like taking a chance.
It's worked before. But I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm good. Thank you, but no thank you.
Fucking all the bullshit these niggas doing because a woman approved it. The first nigga that wore them shits and the bitch was like, ooh, he can't get it. Like, bitch,
you be done paid for the whole gas tank and ain't got a number, not the first 1, 2, or 3 digits.
Yeah, but listen, some dumb.
I'm telling you, online, you don't have to have no education or nothing like that.
No,
all you gotta do is be like, I got a sack of that fire. That's all it takes.
Thank you.
That's all it takes. I'm dead serious. All you gotta do is be like, you got some weed. Bitches will come flocking to you. If they can get the smoke for free, and if you have liquor, that's icing on the cake. And if you got free weed, and you'll feed them, nigga, you win.
And the chicks feel like they want it. Oh, bitch, I got fucking some fire and some weed and some hand out this nigga. Like,
and meanwhile, the next nigga, I got a master's degree, I got a 401k, I got stock, I got my own house, I got weed.
No. You know what she said? You act like a white boy.
Exactly.
You got to like, let's talk about your 401k. Like, what are you
doing? You tell them all that shit, and you be like, they be like, you got some weed.
You're rare.
We keep telling you something every
year. You are rare.
Like, kid, I build fucking computers.
A lot of the world full of kids.
Look, luckily, I'm good with what I have right now, right? Like, I'm happy because she saw the value in me. All the other joints, they did not see that value at all. They didn't see that I was educated and all that other shit, right? They like, I had this one chick, I swear to God, because I would say something, she like, yeah, I was gonna go conversate. I'm like, you mean converse?
That's actually in the dictionary now. Conversation.
Oh my god! See, add these stupid words.
The word.
So is bling bling.
Exactly.
Oh
but the proper term is converse.
I mean, I agree. I'm just saying this.
And she was like, I ain't really trying to talk to you like that because you talk like a white boy. I was like,
I just hung up on her.
I was saying this thing like, bitch, I'm from the hood. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I grew up in North New Jersey. I'm from the hood. Like, because I know how to properly articulate myself, that doesn't make me any less of a person.
I want to say that's definitely a downside for guys because when hood niggas hear educated women, they be like, oh shit, damn, I need to lock her down. She sound like she can read.
You know why? Because niggas like, what's up, bruh? Goddamn, bruh.
Niggas out here is like
shit, bruh.
Wild.
Like, shit, bruh.
Easily impressed.
Oh shit.
Like I was with my homegirl, like my homegirl got like the small waist and like the fat boy.
You know what a paragraph?
And niggas be like, God damn, and he called his homeboy like, God damn, look at her ass. I'm like, nigga, you never seen a fat ass before? I'm like, you know I'm hitting that, right?
Have a conversation.
Thumbs up,
bro. Look at this. She got a vagina.
I'm like, bro, she know what a pronoun and a verb means, bro.
Bro, she can count past 5, bro. Like she read books and shit.
Like chicks be getting me mad because they be saying like at the end of a sentence, and I'm like,
yo,
you cannot end a sentence with a proposition.
You know what I had a chick say?
That's exactly right. I'm like, stop in the proposition.
Yo, I had a chick tell me one time. She was like, yeah, I ain't want to go to this chick house because they had a bunch of mices over there. What? I said, oh, hell no. What? I said, we definitely don't work.
Hey, I seen this shit when nigga was, you see the shit on World Star do like when you hang when your whole crew stupid. He was like, so if a
mice and a moose. He was like, we went to the same school. Like, we was sleeping in school. Yeah. Like, you was always sleeping. Like, where we got? We went to the same school.
He was like, if a goose is plural and it's geese, why moose in the plural can't be meats? He was like, you stupid as fuck. He was like,
no, that nigga look high.
He was like, so if a mouse, he said if it's a mouse and it's plural is mice, so if I got more than one house, why can't it be heist? I'm like, what?
But you know,
like, niggas like that gotta die. I ain't gonna lie, nigga, you gotta go, bro. You ain't helping.
It's not even a word.
You know why they
gotta
go?
Outside?
A comedian, Brian Regan.
Yeah. Mice's boxing.
Oxen. Meeson.
Boxing.
Yo, you gotta watch that shit. That
it's on Netflix.
No. Just look. It's on Spotify. Oh, you ain't got Spotify. But I'll let you listen to one. Brian Regan is hilarious. He was like, the boxing. He's like, what's the plural of the geese? Like the goose or something like that.
Goose. Oxen.
What?
Boxing.
Oxen is
Meeson. The boxing. I'm hooked in on phonics. Son, that shit is hilarious.
That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, bro.
But
time to go.
I think we're gonna go ahead. Well, first 48 isn't around. I don't know what he's doing.
He's probably in the bathroom knocking it down.
Oh, that's I ain't going that bathroom no more. But
Bow chicka wow.
Jesus Christ. But this was a good episode. Again, happy birthday to Kia.
Woo!
We love you dearly. You're awesome. You do things and help us keep shit in line.
And you keep your moves on fleek, and that's well appreciated around here.
Yep.
I keep them under wraps. Moving forward.
All right.
You should do a jumping jack for every year of your life.
Stop it. Stop it. Josh, don't you dare do that.
Nah, I can't do that because Ashley ain't here, so.
Exactly.
I need her.
Cut it out. Told you, you're going to get a Me Too shit.
God, you need to do a jumping jack every day of your life.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yo, this is the Unfamous Podcast. Your boy, Sean, Mr. NJ Brick City.
This is John from Up in the Sky.
Just Kia.
Any harder way.
We got Unreal Fiction over there, and First 48 is whatever.
Is MIA.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you just did there.
Oh, I didn't even mean to do
exactly.
that.
Oh, shit. I see what you did there. That was dope. I like that.
Miami people.
Exactly, for the people who don't fucking know. But this was the Unfamous Podcast, yo. We appreciate everybody listening. All right, peace.
Peace.
Oh,
I'm exhausted.